Hello and welcome for hopefully the final time of a playthrough of the Great War, the Western Front. How exciting is this? This is going to be the fourth and final playthrough that I'm going to be doing on this. And I am going to be doing this live as I'm doing it, as time goes on. So if you do want to stick around, if I'm still doing it when you do tune in, then yes, do stick around and you'll see me doing these live and so on. But what we're going to do is, so we've done the Central Powers, we did the Allied Nations, and we did it on Elite, which was an absolute pain. And we also did the Modified campaign, which was where you are the Allied Nations. However, the Central Powers broke through and you've got to save the day. However, we're going to make things, because it is the final one I'm going to do, as extreme as possible. And this is what I've come up with. So, battle time limit. I'm going to change that to 30 minutes. Just because it means it's harder for me to defend. And so on and so on. I think 20 minutes you've rushed. I mean, you've rushed anyway, but I think 30 minutes, it's good enough. Starting national will at the maximum. Starting gold reserves, I've upped it up a little bit onto 10,000 each. This usually means that the enemy are going to come at you at like no tomorrow. Starting global supply, 5,000 each. So that's going to be fun. Starting research points, 1 each. And then we have health multiplier. Now on Elite, it's, I don't want to. Oh, it goes back. Okay, does it? Yeah, it does. Right, so that is Elite. That is what the Elite difficulty is on. Yeah? Health multiplier, they have more. Everything else, they have just so much more. However, I'm going to put it on Custom, where both teams have a little bit more. They still have a major advantage, but with health being high on both, that means people won't get murdered quite as quickly. Damage multiplier, they're still going to do stupid amounts. Auto-resolve, we never use that, so we're not really bothered. Turn resource multiplier, I still get a normal amount. On Elite, it's at 0.75. But on the one I'm going to do, I'm going to have it so I have a little bit at least. However, the AI has it at 200%. This just means that the AI still has a huge advantage, but I can actually do something. Base supply multiplier, again, they have huge amounts, and everything else, and so on and so on. So what is going to happen is hopefully, oh yeah, this as well, AI prioritization. On Elite it's 40%. Yeah, I'm going to have it on 100%. They are going to be monsters, and it isn't going to be very nice. Well, that is what we're going to be starting with for the final. Yes, the final one I'm going to do of this game before I put it to bed. I do enjoy this game. I personally do thoroughly have that little place for it in my heart there, because this is the one that I got monetized on. And to be fair, I got pretty damn good at it as well. So let's begin. Chat working. Live chat. Hey, I'm here, everybody. 8 people watching. Hello. Not bad for one that I've just started bungling on, is it? It works. Stream work. Oh, yeah, that's good. I used to have it where it was a pain in the ass all the time.
With the death of the Archduke, Europe is propelled into chaos. Nations honoring treaties and alliances forged years before are now plunged into a conflict they cannot avoid, sparked by a single gunshot. Here on the Western Front, nations draw their battle lines. The Central Powers of Austria-Hungary and Germany now face the combined alliance of France, Britain, and their colonies. The Great War is about to begin.
Melde gehorsamst! Die russische Zweite Armee wurde bei Tannenberg umfassend zurückgeschlagen. Aber ihre Truppen wurden schneller mobilisiert, als wir es erwartet hatten.
Und was ist mit unserem Vormarsch durch Belgien?
If anyone
Aus
can
Belgien
translate that, that'd be
wurde
great.
Widerstand gemeldet und das britische Expeditionsheer ist nunmehr in den Konflikt eingetreten. Unsere Befähigung, die Westfront zu überrennen, wurde ein wenig eingeschränkt. Aber ich bin zuversichtlich, dass...
Paris?
Bei unserem Durchbruch an der Marne erleiden wir schwere Verluste. Unsere
Hello, hello.
vor Ort sind versprengt. Von Kluck hat sich mit seinem Armeeverband auf das Nordufer der Enn zurückgezogen und baut dort Stellungen aus.
I don't know what he's saying.
Einen Großangriff auf Frankreich sammeln können.
Russland im Osten, Großbritannien und Frankreich im Westen. Alle graben sich ein. Wir müssen wachsam bleiben.
Thus the Western Front was
Yeah, that.
established. From the fields of Flanders to the borders of Switzerland, the great nations would make their stand. The fate of millions was now in the hands of a few.
Isn't that right, lovely? Right. Here we go. We're going to go at it again. So the German campaign, much different than what it was when I first did this. Even when I did the Allies campaign, it's changed a lot since. And there were most of the changes were implemented when I did the third run on that modified campaign. However, on this one, just for a recap, Germany has... Oh, I nearly said it has surrendered. That's not very good, is it? Germany was surrounded on all sides by many people. War declared on Russia, but Germany pushed through Belgium to capture Paris in order to remove Russia's ally and keep the war to one front. This, however, triggered Britain's defensive, I can't speak now, alliance with Belgium. Unable to reach the sea to outflank Britain, Germany was forced to dig in, and then things hit the fan, really? That's German for you lemon. Oh, shut up, Ops. Welcome, Michael. Welcome. It's always good to see you here. Everybody who is watching, do say hello in the chat. That would be fantastic and right lovely. So we have the battle lines, and it's winter and snowy and horrible, and, you know, it's snowy outside today at the moment. It's a yellow warning because there's an inch of snow on the ground. I know, give that something to think about. God forbid you start driving around in that, everything will go to an absolute mess. But anyway, so we have in the German army, German infantry units. We also have the Royal Bavarian infantry units. Now they're an elite unit. We have some different ones. Oh, no, not you. Go away. I'm trying to show everybody what they are. Let me just find them. Well, there's the elite ones. Anyway, there we go. Conscripts, they're just a bit meh. And then you have the elite infantry. They generally have the snipers integrated in them and anti-tank rifles, which is lovely. And the standard German infantry one as well, which is very good. At this point of time, there are no tanks and no planes. So it's all going to be infantry. Now, I've got to redistribute all of these people, which I will be doing soon. Now, I know from past experience that I can do this from a defensive perspective if I have around 50% of what the enemy has, and I'll go through that in a moment shortly. However, the current plan, see, what happened before is you could skip your way down here, cut these three in, capture them, and then all of this is then would have been no supply, then everything just falls to pieces and you grab all this territory and you basically won the war by that point. However, that is no longer the case. You cannot cheese it, so I won't be cheesing it. But what I will generally be doing is attempting to shorten the line for me as much as possible, because that means they are more stretched. Big ones like Verdun, I'm going to try and avoid. Going through St. Menehould and Bar-the-Duke instead, meaning I don't have to fight here. That's fantastic, and just common sense. And over here, there are many 1 and 2 stars. Now, to remove a star, you need to completely sweep the enemy from the area on a battle. So you have to do that twice in St. Meanhold, for example. That's why at Verdun, it's an absolute pain. And now, the enemy can recover these stars if you don't keep the pressure up. Now, each time you attack, you're going to use your gold reserves, you're going to use your supply. So you must have enough of those to make sure you can keep going. Now, the main objective for me in this campaign, this isn't vital to win it, but more of a personal goal for me to do, is to take Paris. We never managed that. When I did the Allies campaign, I did take the capital of the German forces. Now, I want to do that on the Allies, or the Entente, should I say. That would be right lovely. So, generally... Ooh, that's also another thought. The British come from Calais. Now, if I can grab that, that would be great. I don't know if that will hold them off entirely, but if I could just snippet that out, that might be good and general common sense, because the Americans decided to come and have a play at some point, and they spring out of Montmorency. We'll go for that. Awfully spelt, well, not spelt, I just can't read, but there you go. It is what it is. So we're gonna have to, I mean, all of this, I don't really have to go down. I could try and do a sweep up here. Now, a lot of these are twos as well. There are opportunities to encircle them, but it's just a bigger area to kind of get in. If I could squash them in a little bit more, that would be nice. Because then people will be more stacked and more dense, and it'll just be right lovely. But we'll just have to see how we get on. First things first is I do want to get rid of that fortress that is Verdun. Having that sticking out like that means I need an extra 2 sets of troops guarding that position, which isn't very nice. So first things first, I'm going to have to take St. Meanhold and Bar the Duke. Now I've got plenty of troops stashed in here, which I need to shuffle around. I'll do that off camera. But we've also got some events. Capture St. Meanhold. Oh, see, look, they want me to go over there and murder it anyway. And you get a lot of supply and gold reserves for that. I've got 6 turns to do it. Each turn is a month. And murder 10 French companies. That sounds right lovely. I think we'll do that. There's not really a shortage of French companies to go and murder, is there? This is the war crime game that I most certainly love. Let's have a shufty. Alright, everybody who is watching who is live, I'm now looking at the chat and I've paused the recording. Hello! I can't say your thing on the live chat. Lampen, we'll go for that. Howdy. Who else is watching? Say hello. Have you played this before? That would be lovely to know. Where do I want these German troops? Stick a German there. 2 there. So what I am going to do is attack St. Meanhold first. So I'm going to have troops in Stanay and Voutzers. 1 at a time. So I've got 1 infantry there, which will help defend that. Should be fine. And I've got 3 there. That isn't necessary. So I'll keep them there just for the time being. I have 2 there. I want all the conscripts in here, because they will just stash up on the number of supplies you get. So the more supplies you have in a battle, the better. And I don't actually intend to use them in the combat, but if we can just stash them there anyway, that would be great. I watched almost all of your videos of this game. Oh geez, you'd have been there for a while. I did 1 or 2, eh? And then we've got these Royal Bavarian ones. I want these on the attack. These are great. Swap them around. Conscripts work well for the first wave. No, they don't. They just get murdered. First wave has to be the heaviest troops to get in. Depending on what it is. That first, because the enemy's at the strongest, they don't really do that much. If we do it the other way, from my experience. So I don't need a man there. I can get rid of him.
Warten auf Befehle.
Stick
Jetzt aber im
them up
Laufschritt.
there. Really, I can do with another one out of there as well.
Bereit machen. Ausrücken.
I've got 3 there, so I could do with another one there. And there's 3. Oh, I've got Bavarian troops here. Swap them around. Not really, because artillery hits the hardest first. True. So, why wouldn't you have your best troops in first then? For that first wave, because you need the staying power. If you blow them up with your artillery, get your troops in, they'll fight them off a bit. And then, because you're going to have many of them which have been murdered, and you need to replenish them. And that takes time. So if you can hold on to that area better, you've got a much better chance of actually holding on a lot more. It works, trust me. 4 there. I'll just stick with 2 because I don't think they're going to go anywhere. Stanley, what's there now? There's an extra one there. There's extra infantry not conscript. Infantry there. Make them even just for my sanity's sake. And then we've got troops up here in Eeps. That is what that is called. 2, 2, and 3 there. Well, I kind of want
Warten auf Befehle. Bewegt euch.
another one there.
Bereit machen.
And another one there. They've all got 3. This one is fine-ish. Noyon is a little bit risky because they can attack from 3 directions. However, they don't have the troops there yet. And they're all just standards. 2 and 3. That's a 4, but we're not too bad. I'm going to stick a... Oh, I've got one more infantry there.
Achtung!
Ooh, where do I bung these? Noyon? Maybe Rethel. That place always seems to get murdered a little bit. We'll go for Rethel. They've got plenty of troops there.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Then,
Neue Befehle gehen ein.
2 in Voutzers,
Warten auf
2
Befehl.
in
Position
Stanley,
bestätigt. Bereit machen.
and 1 on these corners,
Bewegt euch.
because they're a
Achtung, wir
nightmare.
müssen los. Bereit für Befehle.
And I've got 1 extra, which I might just stick in Metz, because they can attack me there from 3 directions as well. Conscripts are the meat shield for the elite to come, and yes, I have seen you playing. That's how I came to... Oh, was it? I can't even remember. It's been that bloody long ago. Not gonna lie. But I never actually did that tactic, to be honest. Wait, you actually pronounced Eeps correctly. Who are you, or what have you done with my... Hey, I had 3 playthroughs of me saying wipers or wipers or whatever, right? It's Eeps. I got corrected that much. I've actually caved in. There you go. How's that? Hey dear. Okay, the troops have been reshuffled around. So generally... Oh, that's an annoying thing. Go away. There you go. Generally, I've got 50% of what the enemy has in the adjacent territory. Now, they're attacking, so it makes it harder. So, I should be okay. Now, they've got to deploy all of their troops yet. There's plenty, well, not that many in Paris, but the British have 10 companies floating around as well. That's just not very nice. So we're going to have the initial stage of where we're going to have stuff. I've got all the elites, Bavarian infantry in Stanley and Voutzers. The conscripts are in here as well. They're just there to provide material support. Now we have got the elite infantry and some normal infantry all in there. These 2 directions are where we're going to be attacking from. Now, if you attack in 1 turn from 2 directions and win, that's 2 stars gone, and we'll capture this. And then we'll swap one of these chunky stacks over to Metz and then attack Bar-le-Duc from St. Menehould and Metz, and then Verdun will be surrounded. So, ideally, in 2 months, St. Menehould, Bar-le-Duc should be ours, and Verdun surrounded. That is wonderful. Now, they are going to come and attack me. I have a few infantry floating around down here. Now, I also have some elite infantry on the ones which I suspect that we're going to get slapped about on. For example, Lille and Noyon, they can attack from 3 different directions in 1 turn. And each time they attack, whether they win or lose, your troops get tired and generally have had enough in general. So that is the plan here. Let's pass the turn and be... Oh, no, not yet, not yet. Don't get too giddy. We've got the research to have a look at. This has changed a lot as well. Now, where do I want to go with this? I think the first one is probably going to be the improved helmets. This will increase the standard infantry soldier health by 25%. Definitely has to be done. Simply because when you lose a man who has been fighting in the trenches, you then have to pay for another man to replace him. And the more people you have to replace, the more money it costs you. Which isn't very nice. The French have their Foreign Legion African Corps troops already deployed, along with the Bavarian troops for the Germany already deployed. Yes, I do believe more are going to be coming now, and it's not very nice. Into detail a little bit as to what troop does what, since this is going to be the first episode of the new one. The Royal Bavarian troops, I don't think it's going to let me show you the actual stats of them, but they are fearless. I do believe it's them. Weather effects don't bother them very much, so say if it's in a blizzard, then they just go at it as though there isn't a blizzard there. They're just extreme. The Allies have the colonial troops from the British and the French colonial troops as well. Many of them are elites in their own right as well. They're not very nice. This is going to get fun. So now we've moved these troops. These cannot engage in the combat straight away, so we're going to have to wait a turn and see what the enemy do. The British also have their Anzac Corps already deployed in the sector of the front, so keep an eye out for the Australian and New Zealand guys. Yeah, they're nasty as well. Lord Gizo, hello, welcome. End turn. Oh, here we go, the shufting about now, is it? Oh, that made me jump. January 1915, this is where things start to get tasty. We are currently earning 1,250 quid a turn, and you get a research point per turn. Also, they have now deployed all of their troops as to where they want them. Great. Death from below. This is an event. Force facing a formidable blockade from the British Navy. Germany warns that all merchant ships are going to get blown up. And that isn't very nice. And apparently we get 300 quid for that. But okay. We know how well that worked. And then will of people increase our national will by 20. This is this at the top. And we could do this by murdering the enemy, which isn't very nice, but I want to win. Now, they have scattered their troops around. As you can see, they have a death stack in Nancy. There's 8 companies there, and that isn't very nice. That means with a 6 next to it as well. So Morhange is incredibly vulnerable right now, and I'm going to have to re-divert some troops down there. I honestly thought they were going to come up here first, but they seem to have backed off. So I'm going to get some troops from up there and have a quick reshuffle to counter the enemy's movements. Honestly, I hate it when they do this.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Ausrücken.
Get one in Metz. Don't need that one in there. Get them in Morhange. I need another one in Salzburg, because there's only one there. Arras, there's 4 and a 3, and I've currently got a 3 and a 1 there, so I can move the elites. I can stick them in Morhange. Another in Saarburg. See, they can even go for Colmar, look. That's just not very nice. What have they got there? 2, 2, 2. That's risky. They can come at me from various directions. 3, 2, and a 4. I can move that elite up to Lille. That should cover that. Are there new patches? Are you playing just because? No, since I last did it, there are new patches and things that have come out and new all sorts. So I thought one last one will cover it, I reckon. That's all I can really do. I've got some more infantry down here that I can do. I can stick one more in.
Warten auf Befehle.
I don't fancy facing that 8. I've got 4 there and 3 there. Oh, that should do it, actually. Alrighty, the troops have been moved. I've managed to scrape some from up top and stuck them down here. So I'm at 50% of what the enemy has down here. Nancy, they have 8. And in the adjacent territory, I have 4 there, including 1 elite, which is right lovely. I should be able to hold out. Should. So this means we can attack. So I'm going to have a go at them from Vouchers first. Because when you take over a region, where you're attacking from, on the last one, the troops split. So what I want to do is have them split from Stanley, not from Vouchers. So if I attack from Vouchers first, everything should be good. Now, AI auto-resolve is rubbish. This says a minor loss, but this is why we just never use it. Now, it costs you supply to attack no matter what you do, but we're going to go in and have a dabble. Hello, chat. I'm looking again. What are the new patches like? Not going to lie, it's been a while since I looked at them, but they fixed many things. They added new units and loads of other stuff. Yeah, no encirclements of France, so you can't do that anymore. So you can't encircle the whole middle. Yeah, no. If you joined us 5 minutes earlier, you can't do that thing where you chop France in half and that's it. Half of France is gone, you've done it. So, you can't cheese it no more. Which is probably for the best. There's plenty of things going on. Ooh. There we go. Fixed it. Right. This map is not looking nice. This is the battlefield. Not very nice. I don't like these split ones as much. It makes things a little bit more difficult, which isn't very nice. So they have a big open terrain here, which isn't great. Now we're on the attack, but they will also be doing attacks of their own because they don't sit around on their ass anymore. The AI is much improved. They come at you like no tomorrow. So we've got positions X, Y, and the command post. This has to be defended. There's not really many forests I can properly use, which is a little bit annoying. I like using the forests. So I'm just going to have to set up some basic trenches. Not too many, but we need to be able to defend ourselves to a degree. There is this forest here, which could be used as cover to go to that, but that's still a long way to run and not get murdered. That's not very nice. Still gonna have to go and do it though. So I'll go set up some trenches and I'll get back. Hello YouTube again. So for those that haven't read the pinned message, I'm doing this as though I'm recording it. When I'm actually talking and stuff like that, but on times like this, when I'm just mucking about trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do, you have my full attention. And I like a good meal. We are not that fortunate. Eh? What? I've never heard that saying before, Miguel, not going to lie. Alright, so they're probably going to come at me from B and A. Command trench is probably fairly safe. We can go with the old doodah, but with a potential twist on it. Like so. It's going to have to do, I think. If they come from A, they're probably going to come right at that. So that's not going to be very nice for them. And then give it a bit of a doodah. Now, they could probably get in, if they come from A, right in this bit, but if they do that, then they're not going to be right happy about that anyway, so that's fine. Communication trenches between these, that's all very important. Then we have this. They're probably going to be coming from straight ahead. That's what we like to do. Now, I've done it. Oh no, that's it. Get rid of that one. That's what we do. That's just my LCD kicking in. But this gap is important. They've got to come over to get to the next lot, which gets them murdered. And then over here. Now this is a little bit of a finicky one. Just have to make do with what we have here. That'll do. Sod it. It'll be right on it. And then forest doesn't look very nice. I can station troops in there, so I'll stick the comms trench that way. And yeah, I mean I can't actually connect these up with anything, and I don't want to neither, because if they come, then I want to be able to go and murder them. But we can stick some MGs. Oh, what was the weather? I didn't look at the weather. Will the balloon actually do anything? Probably. Oh, it might do. A balloon might be alright. I could probably bung one in down here or something. I've got the supply. And down there might help. Not going to cover that much. It can't out too often. We'll get 2 balloons in. And then we can stick a couple of MGs in. Now remember, I'm on the attack. So I don't want to go too mad. In fact, get rid of that one. Stick it further in case the enemy get giddy. Have another one there like that. That'll do. I suspect they're going to be coming from this direction more than anything. That'll do. This one, I'll just have 1 troop in it maybe. That'll be right. Let's have a look at the chat. Are you murdering lemons? Yes, lemons which drink coffee. That's a thought. I've got a cup of tea here. Oh, absolutely lovely. It's still nice and warm. I love these there. Right, lovely. V Trenches sponsored by Hugo Boss. Excuse me. Don't forget about your RT. Yeah, I like to stick some stuff in first, and then I know where the RT is going to go. See, this is the problem with a map like this. You're going to struggle. You can't really have full doodahs on it. See, the heavies down here wouldn't be too bad. Got A and then that command trench, but then if you're going to protect this, you're going to want it a little bit further back. And then it's still not great, to be completely honest. You're not going to be able to have it in a properly safe place. There's this forest here, which is very good. I can rush people up to there, and anybody come in will just get murdered. So this might actually be the best spot for said artillery. Now, do I go for all heavy? Or do I go for a little spot of light as well? What about MoisTea? No! Retnav, no! Retnav, no! MoisTea is just awful. Ugh. Absolutely awful. Now, the light artillery is shorter range. We can stick a couple of them there like that. We'll just have to wing it for that one. We could just use the big boy stuff, because that should reach most of it. Now remember, the more artillery I stick down, the less room I have for normal troops. So what's that? That's 2 light, 4 heavy. That might have to do for now. I would like another fat one though, I'm not gonna lie. Not really gonna reach that. Oh, that's a good spot there. That's not too bad. We'll have another one there. That'll do. Sod it. Then we can have some troops in. Now, this is what I was on about. These troops. I'll go through these in a minute. But I'll stick a couple in. And I think the first assault is going to be at B. We're going to run in there, secure the artillery positions. And then we can hold this bit of luggage, because no one can see you in the snow like that. And we should be safe to go ahead and then potentially attack A from X. Now they can resupply from in this corner right there, up there and there. See, they can really go nuts. But if we capture B, it limits them to here and in this corner, which we can use the forests to murder them. How wonderful is that? That is right lovely. So we're going to attack from this direction first. Here we go. Move through enemy barbed wire and instantly destroy it. Take 25% damage from machine gun fire. That might be a thing. I might actually use these on the initial attack, just because we have less artillery
Melde mich zum Dienst.
floating about there.
Verstärkung macht Meldung. Verstärkung bereit.
Yeah, what he said. Now, they are rather expensive, though. Now, these Bavarian troops, immune to all weather-based penalties. That includes being slowed down in the snow, which is right lovely. Now, we have room for 15 more. I want to stick several troops in that forest. We can use the elites. Do we just use the normal ones? Ooh. Oh, we'll use the normal ones to go in the forest.
Melde mich zum Dienst.
And they're cheaper.
Verstärkung macht
Oh,
Meldung.
actually, no, that is a mistake. Because when you first deploy, they are half the price.
Verstärkung bereit. Wir sind
There we go.
eingetroffen und
And we
warten
need some
auf
troops
Befehle.
down here. Elite Germans.
Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
Spread them out a little bit. And maybe 2 down here. Just
Melde
in
mich
case
zum
they get
Dienst.
giddy, we can move these up to the forest. And then we're going to want a few more over here as well
Verstärkung macht Meldung.
to help defend. And then we've got 3 more really that we can use. So when we do attack this area up here, what I might do,
Bereit machen. An die Linie.
you go in there, you go in there. Oh, no, you go over there, that's it.
Wir haben neue
Then
Befehle.
you go over there. We can have some Bavarian infantry
Melde mich zum Dienst.
sat there,
Wir
ready
haben
to
neue
go. You were
Befehle.
supposed to go in there.
Feuerstufe bereit machen.
There you go. And then another Bavarian. I've got one more. Do I want it on defense?
Verstärkung macht
We'll do that.
Meldung.
We'll do that. There we go. That'll do. Quick look at the chat. I know, you know, what is it? Is this a defensive battle? No, this is offensive. I find those pretty defensive because for 100 meter of ground, I lose 20,000 men. Yeah, that's not very nice, is it? Watch and learn. RT helps reduce casualties. Unless you're on the receiving end of said RT, yeah, to be fair, they are quite nasty for it. Right, the troops and trenches and everything else have been established. We've got the command trench down here with just 2 guarding it, with forests there. All this half chopped down stuff doesn't do anything, but the green stuff on the map does. So we can do a outer bit of a doodah for now. Now you've got to be careful because the enemy do decide to come in Avaganda, and you'll be surprised at what they do. We've got a couple of machine guns sat back, so they're safe from the grenades and things. We've got some Bavarian troops. These are right lovely. These are some of the elites. They are immune to all weather-based penalties. So when it's snowy and stuff like this, your men move slowly. So I've got a few down there with some of the elites. The elites have snipers in, which is also right lovely. And they will shoot the enemy as they're prowling around. Now this is where the main force is currently. We've got 4 heavy artillery, 2 light artillery, and a few machine guns and whatnot, with a couple of elites infantries that are going to be sat around here. Now there's a little forest here. Now I'm going to be pushing from here mostly, and then having a couple of troops here. The main reason why is once I've taken this, see these little blue bits here? That's where the enemy can come and Avaganda from. So they can come from here and here. Eliminate this. And then they can only come from... There's one there, slightly off the map. One there. And one there. So these forests, I can just stash a few men in. And they're all going to get murdered if they try to attack me. And then we're going to move on to A. Eliminate this section. And then move men into this forest. Which... They've only got this left, and they're all going to get murdered. So that is the plan. The artillery
Seid bereit, Jungs.
doesn't really reach this top bit very well, so I am using
Wir haben neue
Bavarian
Befehle.
Jaegers first. They take 25% less damage from machine gun fire because they've got less artillery cover. I think that's going to be vital, but we'll just have to see. Let's begin. Yes, I do want to begin. Let's go. Say hello, everybody in the chat, by the way, who's watching. That's right, lovely. If you can say hello. I am watching the chat. What was it? Alrighty, things are now ready to go. First things first, get your balloons up in the air. Now, at this point in the game, there are no planes to worry about unless they've magically got some. Balloons consist of a man in a balloon. That is it. And all artillery is here, widely exposed. So this bit of bush, I'm going to rush into that straight away.
Warten auf Befehle.
With some
Ausrücken.
troopage. Get them in. I want several in there.
Achtung.
Straight away. Oh, sugar lumps. What have I done? There you go.
Wir haben neue
And
Befehle.
spread these about
Warten
again.
auf Befehle. Wir müssen los.
Oh, sorry about that. I just had to disappear. We also have
Warten auf
troops
Befehl.
down here. I'm going to stash one in there. I might even stash them both in there.
Wir sind unterwegs.
Because the enemy do like to do sneaky attacks. They're not going to get in here without me seeing, and they're not going to get in here without me seeing. So that is the plan of that. I might even move
Achtung!
that troop
In Stellung gehen!
there, just so that they really cannot. Leave these here for the time being, and let's have a look-see. The balloons are going to be going up. And we have good visuals on the enemy. That is excellent. Oh, look. Here's some of the French colonial infantry. Reduces nearby enemy morale just because they are nasty. I told you they were nasty. They also have snipers in, which isn't very nice. They've got forward trenches down here. That's not very nice neither. They have an observation balloon. Some light artillery stationed there. That's quite dense. What we might have to do is attack that from the flank instead of head on, because that's just not very nice. They've got some trench work up here. So if I can get into this forest like the plan was, that should work beautifully. I'm just going to take this section first. Now, what artillery reaches? That is a jolly good question.
Bereit für Feuerbefehle.
Ah, this one does. Right, so we're going to go soften them up
Wir haben
a little bit
Ziele.
first. That's right, lovely.
Bereit. Feuerwalze laden.
Angry Germans shouting at me.
Feuerwalze bereit, Jungs.
See, that one doesn't reach, but it does back there. So we're going to start them firing straight away and start to get our troops into position. Oh yeah, the observation balloon. Oh, that see our guys. Oh, I didn't think of that. Sugar lumps. I should have blown that up first. I'll have to do that in a minute. But see, look, they're coming at me straight away. But they're all going to get murdered. They're coming in. This is why I needed guys in this forest. Get them in. Shoot! Come on then. Shoot them. That would be beneficial. I don't want them to get anywhere near. They're coming at me down here as well. Oh, I told you, look, see? Sneaky.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Bewegt euch! Wir haben neue Befehle.
Get them in the forest and then they can't do it. They're coming at me here as well, but they're also getting murdered. The artillery is... So, I see, look, they're not too happy now. Once the artillery is reloaded, we're going to move in. Machine guns are firing. They have been murdered. You see, that was a good shout, was that, wasn't it? They've got more troops coming in that direction, which suits me rather well. Alright, live, I'm now looking at the chat. The troop icons have changed. Yeah, that's because there's different troops now. Hunters do love their woods. Yes. The different German troops have different colours. Yeah, they are... These ones are the Bavarian ones. Certain part of Germany. And the blue and white ones, maybe from Bavaria. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. I just need to get these troops ready to charge. I'll try and sneak up this bit a little bit better. We'll see how that turns out.
Jetzt aber im Laufschritt.
Get these
Bereit
running
machen. Ausrücken.
that way as well.
Achtung.
Gonna get these running that way as
Wir
well.
sind unterwegs. Wir haben neue Befehle.
Get them in that trench in that direction. It should be good. Excuse me 1 second. Just going to check that the microphone's doing what I want it to do. And it is! Oh, that's right, lovely, is that? Right, off we go again. Alright, I'm going to get the troops moving now. They're going to be shifting over here. And we're going to go and have a gander. This balloon needs to get murdered, so I'll get them blowing up that.
Feuerwalze. Wir haben
1,
Feuerwalze.
2,
Positionen Feuerwalze. Mannschaft.
2 light. That used to work.
Diese Stellung.
Artillery's going to be coming. Oh, it's barely tickling it, look. Oh, man. That's going to be a nightmare. But we're going to have to go for it anyway. Might as well send the others in. If I can get rid of that, they might not blow me up.
Waffen abfeuern. Bereitfeuerwalze. Unsere Ziele.
With that balloon going down. That's it. The balloon is down. Excellent work, chaps. Now we can think about having a right good go at this. So if I send some of these up. Ooh, there's going to be lads in there as well. Might just have to wait for the artillery to reload before we commit to that. Now they're reinforcing a lot of this, but they haven't. Oh look, see, they're trying to murder me now.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Bereit an der Linie.
They must have more heavy artillery somewhere because they're not firing. I suspect they're further in here. We'll have to find them. But the artillery is nearly ready. We can soften them up a little bit.
Koordinaten für Feuerwalze prüfen.
Let's try and time this nicely.
Bereit für Feuerwalze. Feuer.
Shebang,
Feuerwalze.
shebang.
Stellung.
And get all of these
Warten auf Befehle.
moving.
Die Generäle wollen diesen
that.
Abschnitt haben. Bereit machen.
I'll leave 2 in there. Well, these 2 go that way. And you go there as well. Now, the troops are now off. Now I know that some of their heavy artillery has fired, I feel a little bit safer. We're bombarding these in this direction. The lads are on the way. That is not going to finish them off. Send another bunch. There's probably some people in the back down there. There we go. Yeah, it's all happening now. I need to get these guys in quickly. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be a mess. I can bombard them a little bit. Suppress a bit of that. They're running away. They're mostly in. Let's send some more troops up. And now their artillery is coming down. We need to spread these troops out as best as we can. We have more troops coming in. Blow them up a smidge. That usually helps. I think their artillery... Oh, see, look, they're sending more guys in this way. I need that forest. These snipers should be shooting them.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
But they might not be, because I might not have that research done yet, so I don't quite know. But all that's looking like it needs murdering. These troops need to go home. They're just done at this point. Shuffle you along slightly. We can suppress them and get these in that trench straight away. And this whole area is then ours, which is excellent. They can't reinforce from this area anymore. They're still trying to murder me a little bit. I've got 2 troops sat there. I've got 2 here, sat here. All that is safe. All of this is safe. but I'm certain they're not going to be attacking that head on. I need to progress down this side a little bit more. I need to get in this forest. Let's have a look. Let's send some troops in.
Wir haben neue Befehle. An der Linie.
Achtung! Auf der Feuerstufe
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir ziehen uns
Send some of these
Habe
home.
neue Befehle.
I only want the full strength ones, really.
Habe neue Befehle. Wir halten hier.
Enemy are trying to bombard my artillery again. That's not very nice, is it? Just remember, I am on the offensive here. All of this area has been captured, which is right lovely.
Warten auf Befehle. Bewegt euch.
Oh, look, they're going to have a bit of a probing attack now, is it? I've secured that point, which is good. I don't know where their stuff is just yet, though. If I'm going to attack this now, it's going to have to be... Well, some artillery there looks promising. That's for sure. This is where most of my artillery is pointing. They're not going to like this at all. Many of them are going to get blown to pieces, which is excellent. Capturing that line there will be right lovely. That'll move our troops forward. See, they're coming in there. I'm going to go and take this next. That is for sure. So I'm going to get in some Bavarian infantry. These are immune to the weather effects. Now they are still trying to blow me up. We're going to send 4 guys over to take care of this, and then I can move forward a little bit more peacefully and hopefully stage an attack properly on this. If I can weaken them, that would be lovely. There's also that trench there, which is looking slightly exposed. I might make a quick dash for it with them, see what happens. That is a little bit risky, though. We'll just have to see. I'm going to put them on sprint mode. Move some of these into this forest. Now, I don't actually have eyes on this area, which is a little bit concerning. But I can move a couple of these into this forest. Like we said, they can resupply from here. So if I've got 3 people there, I can then move some of these down, back down here, and then I can recapture this. Now they have pretty much captured that, but they're getting murdered. They just sent the artillery on it. But what I am going to do is, once now their artillery has fired, I'm going to send these guys to capture this, soften them up slightly, make their life a little easier. By the time the troops get there, they should be alright. Let's just send them forward for the time being. I don't think they're going to be having a right nice day. I don't think the enemy know exactly what to do here. Oh, here we go. Heavy artillery coming down. People are going to get murdered. Try and avoid that. You can probably get some of these around here. They're going to try and lob some grenades at that artillery as they're going. Avoid that. Move into there. Yeah, they're going to move into there now. That is completely fine. More artillery coming down. At least we can see where it comes from. Let's try and get them in that trench. I could do with more people being in that piece of trench there. We'll try that again. Oh yeah, they're going to be murdering us. Get in that trench, that's quick. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. And that is that area secure, so that means that this area is pretty secure, so I can send these back down here and attack this from the side. That's how we're going to do this. If I can soften them up, that will work wonders for the chaps. Maybe I should have got some more artillery in. Artillery is right lovely. I just need to be that little bit more forward. They're not reinforcing from there. I need to get into this area. They're all getting murdered. Oh, see, look, now they're trying to reinforce from that area as well. I need more troops in there. These troops are now no longer needed to be in there. I can swap them out. Just replace them and replace them before they get murdered. They're going to go and take care of that. Then we can have more troops over here and just get ready to attack again. Now we have 2 troops there. That is it. They're coming into that direction. I'm going to give them some cover. Now, what troops do I bring in now? More Bavarians? I think so. Gonna get more Bavarians in. A little bit risky, but we're going in like that. If we can hold that, that's great. They don't seem to be wanting to reinforce from this area. I do want to know what's in there, but they've got a lot over here. I'm just gonna keep bombarding them as we're going. Send more troops in there. Keep that happy. We can destroy that artillery. We've got more troops stationed there. Just blow some of these up. Oh, we get our troops ready. You know full well that they're in there. All our troops are there. I could use these as well. In on this assault, and we can probably use a load of these at the same time. Oh, that might be a good idea. If I can get these in there. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, they're all being blown up. The enemy are trying to blow these up. Spread them out. Let's sort some orders out. Hey, geez. Let's have a look at the chat. I'm back. Had to go get more coffee. Oh, that is a no. Call conscripts to work as scouts. Ooh, no. Absolutely not. It's a waste. I do want to take this, though, rather quickly. If I can just get in here, that would be so good. It's those ones at the back, which are going to be a nightmare. So, move them into there. You're pretty much done, but we can move you into that one. That's probably going to be the best option I have at this point. There's one there, we'll move another one there ready. You can go home. And we've got these troops here, which I'm hoping I can prod these with. And then we've got these troops, I can move them forward. I've got more troops here which I can use. And we can just use these as well, so that we'll use many. And there's many coming over here now as well, apparently. Excellent. Alright, things are now hitting the fan. The enemy are full on attacking again. I might need to blow some of these up before they get in that forest. They're coming at me from this direction as well. Didn't quite realise that one, not gonna lie. Where are you going? You need to get in there. Oh, sugar lumps, you need to get in there. I told you to go on the counter attack. That looks a little sketchy to me. I might need to get some troops in here. Let's get some elites in quickly. Now this is looking quite precarious. They need to go home. Many of these troops are now actually doing alright. I can stop many of these from shooting us. All of this over here doesn't look great. I'm going to have to bombard my own troops a little bit. I think we've won that engagement now, but yeah, now we're actually capturing this. Now we can blow them up as well. They're now confused. Send them home. We can have another troop sat in there because I don't know what they're going to do. We can run these in because we've captured this area for the time being. I forgot about this troop. They're just getting blown up. Might just have to put them in there right quick. No, this doesn't look as good as what I thought it did a minute ago. We've got more troops though. I need to blow some of these guys up and get them in there. We need more troops immediately. Nice. No, I ain't too much. Oh, now I'm gonna die. Yeah, jeez. What have you been doing? That area secure. Need more troops. Get more Bavarians in, because they are right lovely.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung.
More troops are on the way, which is excellent. They're all giving up the goose. We'll get some troops down there. We'll use them ones there. We've got all these troops. Spread them out. Get them in there. Oh, sugar lumps. Our guys are going to be dying unless I get them in there quickly. Ah, jeez. This is a mess. I can blow these guys up though as best we can. We've got more troops coming though. They're coming. Off the rope. They're going. Now they can only resupply now from this direction. So I need to make sure I keep hold of this. We managed to keep hold of this top section. But they're going to be coming at us again. Mainly for these trenches. If they take that, our artillery is then going to be exposed. So I kind of need to take care of that. They are just done. Send them into that top bit and get 2 sets of troops in there. But I also need to make sure I've got some spares floating around. This area is still looking quite sketchy and need these to get in there as well. I could do with sending them home. Spread these. Can't click it. There you go. Out. This area is now fairly safe. Spread these further north also. Now they are getting fired on, which is rather nice. But they're about to get murdered if I'm not too careful. We can stick some suppressing fire down so that they can't do it. We've pushed back their forces. They can't have many left. Well, I bloody hope so. We managed to hold them off again on the north. They're not going to be too happy about that. Get some more troops in, more elites. I just stashed them there for the time being. They've actually managed to grab this back, so I'm going to have to bombard it before they start thinking about taking care of my artillery, which is all currently rather exposed. So I need more troops there again. We've got these troops here ready to go. Now they're not going to be too happy about this. We are actually capturing this area now. Oh, they're probably going at us here again. I need more troops up here immediately. I'll go for 4. I could try and bombard some of them. I might even try and suppress some of them. That might work. It might not. It seems to be working. We've got all this still. They just need to go home. We need to grab that. This is just a bit of a mess, isn't it? They're trying to bombard me now. All these need to spread out. We've still got majority control of this. Now they're coming in at the forest. But because we have lads in the trench itself, many of them are being murdered. This north sector looks sketchy at best. Let's try and bombard it. They're not going to like that. But we do have troops in here now. They need to spread out immediately. And that artillery, I think, has just about done it. Just get some of these troops in this forest and have one as a backup. There's one stray there. That's not very nice. Where the bloody hell are they going? This is why we have one floating around. We'll get them in there right quick. We've taken control of this sector now. Excellent. Good, good, good. We are making progress. Now I need to rush down this right-hand side. We'll use more German elite infantry and get them in that forest. I think they're going to be struggling now, not going to lie. Move all of these forward. We've still got this. I can grab that area again. They have been murdered. Yeah, they're running out. They're still trying to bombard me and come at me from this direction. I think they've learned from that now, though. I think they're just running out of options. We're boxing them in. Right, good. Right, good, is that? And we've got plenty of troops here. This is why I want the forest. Get them in there. We've got troops in this. Get in the trench, you lemons. Oh, they like doing that to me. Get all of these troops in here. It's going to be quite obvious, but I don't think there's much that they can do about it at this point. They're all being murdered. Look at the bodies. They're running away. So many murders that have just happened. It's not very nice, is it? Oh, yep. Here we go. They're coming in again. Now, this is why I wanted all this to happen. So they're going to be trying to push, bombard them. We've got control of many of their trenches now. This is going to be hurting them so much. We can bombard them for quite a bit now, actually. Got all control of all of this. I don't even know where their artillery is at this point. But we've got many people floating around. Ooh, sugar lumps. I accidentally moved the chat off. I'm trying to balance everything, not gonna lie. Enemy artillery is still coming down, trying to murder me. Shuffle them around. Now they're gonna keep trying to come at me, which isn't very nice. I can have them there and try and murder some of them, especially on the approach. They don't like coming that way anymore. This looks promising. I might be able to rush in this trench here. If I can just get some in, suppress a little bit of this, move this up a little bit. There is the enemy artillery. Try and murder some of these who are currently all suppressed. Many troops in, hiding about in here. Just try and murder them all. It usually works. Oh yeah. Oh, look at all the artillery working rather well. Enemy are trying to do some counter battery fire. Oh, sugar lumps. They're actually trying to take this area now. Didn't keep an eye on it again. We do have backups here though. We'll leave that for now. We'll concentrate on this because they're not going to be having a good day of it. But they do have troops which they are just going to keep swinging in. I need to suppress a load of this and get some more in. Their losses, losing men at an alarming rate. Yeah, I bet. They're all currently being funneled that direction. If I can just keep blowing them up, they're not going to like it too much. That's it, we're doing alright. They have actually taken this little area. But I do have a few spare men. I need to make sure I have a few more spare men. Like so. I'm going to bombard them in the meantime. We've got a couple of spares here, which I think might try and retake it. But we've got so many men up here now, I can't see that there's going to be that much more that they can actually do about it. That artillery is a nightmare. I can't reach it with my artillery just to counter it. I think we've got this in the bag, chaps. I'm going to keep them men there just in case. We're going to keep pushing from this direction. And now we are actually getting somewhere. Just taking this last section. There we go. Shuffle them men in. I want to get in that command trench, but I need to know what is in here first. Now, there's always men in the command trench, no matter what you do. The problem is that you can't blow it up, which is a little bit annoying. But I think they are actually now out of troop. Oh, there are men in there. When they do the whistle, there is. See, look, see? And you never quite know what's in there. Let's try and blow them up. Minimise our losses as much as possible. also means I need to suppress that area and get more troops in. I might just send them home. Get some more elites in.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Verstärkung macht Meldung.
And we're doing alright. Oh, sugar lumps. I think I should take care of that artillery now, eh? They've blown up most of it. Just need to get in there now. I don't think they can bring any more troops in. They've got a couple there. We've only got 8 minutes left to go. They're still trying to blow me up, but it's not going to do anything. I've got these troops there as well. Our supply is still decent enough.
Achtung!
And their losses have been staggering. I don't see how they can hold out much longer. No, I don't neither.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir haben neue Befehle.
They're nearly done. They're nearly done.
Jungs, in Stellung gehen!
We're doing all right, chaps. We're doing all right. We can send all of these up here.
Wir müssen los.
And we've pretty much got this in the bag.
Bereit
And it's
machen,
all
bereit
gone
an der
quiet.
Linie.
A few of them that are going to get murdered on their approach. Coming over the top instead of going around.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
I think this is going to be it for the Central Powers. I can send a few troops now then
Wir haben neue Befehle. Feuer frei!
to murder that piece of artillery. Oh, they are requesting to surrender. Yeah, I think we will on this one. It's been enough blood lost, and they've left it to the last minute. I will accept this surrender. Excellent. Now, there you go, YouTube. What do you reckon of that? Let's have a look. What are you lot talking about? How do you order? Really on about cheese? I have heard nicotine sick, but never this lactose. What are you guys on about? I hope Moist didn't waste all of his elites. No, you get them back. Don't worry about that. You were trying bit. You lot are idiots. Honestly. For those who aren't chatting in the chat, do say hello. I am reading it at the same time. We've done a successful sweep of the enemy. How lovely is that? Now, one thing I am going to be doing is tallying up all the people that have been murdered on both sides. It's an extreme endeavour, but we shall. So we have a look at that. We're talking 17,000 Allied casualties and around 7,000 German casualties. Well, that's not too shabby, is it? So I'm just going to tally that down. Where's my tally up thing? Change that, edit that. Need to make it an actual thing. Murdered. We have murdered 15, call that 16 troops. How many artillery? 10 heavy. Heavy artillery. 5 light artillery. And that is murdered. And killed. Call that 7,000. There you go. Right. I'm going to have to make something so it shows all the tallying up. But I have added that, and that cost them 2,176 to replace all them troops. And it cost me 876. Now that is cash. And because we did right lovely, we got 300 quid back for murdering them. And we got some efficiency medals and such, which grants supply. Which is excellent. And this is National Will. +8 for us and -14 for the enemy. And that is a full thing of everybody who got murdered It's a shame the game doesn't tally up all the murders, so I'll have to do it myself, including all the equipment. Are you enjoying this, YouTube? Do let me know in the chat. The live chat, this is live. Press it. Excellent. So this cost me 576 quid. And we actually get a surplus of 100 supplies. That is ridiculous. The troops have been shown their potential. What? Oh yes, we did the mission. I didn't look at that bit. Yes, so we got 400 quid for murdering them as well. So now you see this star has been removed. If we attack now from Stanay, because we can't do it twice from one area, then we can gain more and hopefully capture this entire region. Now, do I do a separate video for this or do I carry on? No, I'm going to carry on. Before we do carry on, let's have a quick look see at the research. Things that are right lovely we could do with this supply storage tent, as then we can start sticking supplies and things. Recon and fighter planes, they would be lovely. Could start gathering those. Intelligence, that's meh. I don't really use that too much. If the enemy are there and I'm going to attack at a certain area, then I'm going to have all my offensive stuff there anyway. Now, there are better trenches and things, but at the moment we are on the offensive. And I don't think I'm going to use it too much. But they are going to be murdering me very soon. Oh, but what about this? Field hospital. Yes, we like them. In the long run, this is going to be quite a girthy campaign. I need more cash. So I might start going down that route. That would be good. More cash is good. That means you can have more of everything. More planes, more tanks. You can convert it to supplies when you don't have any left. And everything else. Oh, these mortars are so good though as well. Gotta think defensive stuff as well as offensive stuff. Now what will work? Oh, rolling barrages. Where have they gone? They were brilliant in the last campaign. Oh, gas! Oh, we need the gas! Oh, we do need the gas. Oh, gas is great. I love it. Money first. Money first. It's early days. We'll get the storage tent so we can have some supplies, extra supplies brought in. That could be the difference between victory and failure. I think we'll be okay on this attack, but we shall do it. Let's do it. Very similar forces, completely different map though. This will be interesting. What are you lot on about in the chat? You weirdos. Gas and diarrhea. Oh, fantastic. You have such pleasant conversations for Tuesday night. No, it's not Tuesday, is it? Wednesday. Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday today. I don't know anymore. Let's go. Definitely a interesting map. Lots of forests on this one. Let's have a look. See, get rid of all this crap. Now then, there's a fat forest here. It's full of forests on this one. This is going to be sketchy. But I shall set up the trenches how I want them right quickly. Just get it done. And then on the normal video, you don't see any of this because it's boring. Well, I think it's boring anyway. I'm the one that has to do it every bloody time. It's Tuesday, you lemon. Is it? Oh my god, you're in the States. So... Oh, it might be Tuesday. Well, the bin men did come today, didn't they? Alright, yeah, I'll give you that. It is Tuesday. Is this the chat or the mortuary discussing a blood? I don't know what it is, Miguel. Not gonna lie. It's a mess. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Some down there, because they're gonna be lemons. Stick a doodah there. Get the interconnecting trenches. Something like that. And then they might have a gander down this way as well. Stick another what's it there. And we've got this shenanigan to work out. Now what they will probably tend to do is... Ah, sugar lumps, I've goofed it. Do that, and that. And then remove that. And fix it. There we go. Give it one of them. Oh, that won't go there because there's a big bloody hole in it. Never mind. But we've got some cover that way at least. Oh, sugar lumps. Did it again. We have this. Which I'm going to have to get minorly creative with. I think that's what I used to do. And then do something weird, which I forgot what that was. I'm telling you, I tend to get a bit nuts with the making things as symmetrical as possible. I just cannot help myself. It has to be done. And there's all of that. Then they're probably going to come and have a gander. Stick observation balloons quite far forward, actually. Bung one there. Now we need some artillery. Oh, artillery's going to be nice in this one. I can stick some light stuff in. 1, 2. I'll go for 2 light, just for the running, and then 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't know, 6. A little bit over here. Oh, that's a bit better. 6 heavies. 2 lights. Or maybe a smidge more. Just blow them up even more. I mean, why not? 7. I'll go for 8. Go for 8. More artillery is a nice... Yeah, we'll do that. Sod it. It'll be 8. And then we're gonna stick a couple of machine guns in, just to make sure that they don't get too giddy. Also means that when they are getting somewhere near, I can hear them coming, which is also rather lovely. Stick a machine gun there. If they're trying to get sneaky going down that angle, I will know. Stick a couple there for if they decide to get giddy that way. And then maybe another one there. I reckon I'll have a few people in that forest, so maybe I don't need a machine gun there. There's going to be more out here though, isn't it? Probably going to have people in there as well, but I'm just going to have one on that corner anyway. Maybe more down the centre more than anything. I think that will do it. Now I just need to stick the troops in. Now, plan of attack. That's a good question. Obviously, going to be using the forests. I think I'm going to be taking a wide berth on this one. And then swinging in. Maybe attacking the command trench from this direction will probably be better. I might just need to blow this section up. Maybe do that first. Maybe do it last. Or maybe do it first. If I do it first, they'll reinforce from here or that. Ooh, that is a good question. Take A, grab a load of people from here. They're probably going to run across and I can murder them. Ooh, that is a jolly good plan. We'll go for C first then. So we need... Oh, we don't have as much Bavarian infantry here. That's interesting. Oh no, we do. That's just the supply cost. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I do need a few people here, though. We'll go for some elites straight away
Verstärkung bereit. Wir sind
in
eingetroffen und
this
warten auf
forest.
Befehle.
We're going to need a couple
Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
there. A couple in this forest.
Melde mich zum Dienst.
Everything else is on attack. And that is going to consist of many Bavarian troops.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle. Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
Yeah,
Melde mich
what he
zum
said.
Dienst.
There we go. There we go.
Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Bereit machen.
Bung you in there, I suppose. And then we can go for... Ooh, we'll go for some of these
Wir
guys.
sind eingetroffen
There we go,
und
that'll
warten
do.
auf Befehle.
Any questions before I start the recording again? Speaking of forgetting which day it is, it has been 3 days. I need to get into NA and sell some tobacco. To be fair, I've forgotten to do that for a while anyway. Rightio, the battle is now ready. Things are going to get furious. Now, I've got these trenches all ready to go and everything else. It's important that you set these up how you want them, because once they're in, they are in, and you can't really remove them. But once you've paid for them, you're all good. So the plan of action is, because it's a wide one, we're going to push from this sector here with lots of the elite troops, run up and capture this with a couple of people in the forest. Capture this area, grab this forest, then we can put pressure on this as well, but we'll be waiting. And then we're going to move over here, capture this, move up here and occupy these forests. And that as well, grab that, because then they can resupply from here and here, and they're probably going to come swinging down this way, and we should be able to murder them while they get running. Now, I have many artillery pieces on the way, and so on and so on, so this should be right lovely. I've stuck a few machine guns in. Yes, let's begin. Oh, sugar. Forgot about the balloons. Yeah. Tech man. Yeah, I forgot about the balloons. Oh, did I put one in? Oh, I did put one in. I'm sure I put one in. Not gonna lie, I used to do this all the time. I did! I put a balloon in. Get in. Radio, everybody is now ready. Lots of artillery. Let's get this balloon up in the air. Oh, we got a glitch in the matrix. Here we go. We can see them, and immediately they are coming. I hope they don't murder that. I see that they're coming through the forest. Machine guns that we have in place aren't murdering. Need the riflemen to do a bit of a job on it. They're coming in. Please don't take out the artillery. I don't think they will. Riflemen are now opening up. They have all been murdered. That is great. So we can send some troops in there now. Take a closer look. They're getting quite close. And we can do the same here. Get some troops in there. Oh, they're coming in from there. This is why we have machine guns. Then I can see them. I've got to take care of that now, which is a bit annoying. But they are quite spread out. They've got a few people up here. I can set some bombardments going.
Seid bereit, Koordinaten für Feuerwalze prüfen.
Blow these up.
Wir haben unsere Ziele für Feuerwalze. Feuerwalze, auf diese Stellung.
Soften them up a little bit.
Mannschaften bereit. Für bereit, Feuerwalze. Bereit, Jungs. Koordinaten für Feuerwalze.
And get some of these orders set up. Them to go in there.
Neue Befehle.
Them to go in there.
Bereit machen.
These to Shufti.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
These to Shufti.
Warten auf Befehle.
And them to take that place as well. In fact.
Bewegt euch. Achtung.
Oh, sugar lumps, what have I done?
Wir müssen los.
You go that way.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
You go that way.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
You go that way.
Zurücken.
And you
Auf Befehle.
go back in that trench. And you go in that trench. There we go, that works. Artillery is all about to fire. on these troops here. I do apologise for them. They're getting murdered. Now, all they are going to get really softened up. We've got troops in the forest waiting. Got troops on the way now as well. Now, it's important I time this correctly. They're going to be running in. And now they're going to be able to fire. So, as soon as this happens... There we go. Stop them from firing. Oh, we've got a bit of a bug going on. There you go. Fixed it. They're going in. They're going in. We've got more troops on the way. Enemy artillery is now coming as well. But we're in. We are in. Light artillery is now finished. But the troops are there. Stop them from getting too giddy. They've got more troops here. We can now actually refire or even bombard these troops a little bit more. Make sure we capture this entire area. And then we've got it. And then we could push up again and capture that section. Now then, this entire area is then going to be ours. They are all retreating. Oh, goody. I can hear gunshots. Oh, that's shooting at the ones that are retreating. That has worked wonders. Now we can actually take that from a good angle, but I want to take... They keep shooting me. I want to grab this bit of forest first. Now, these are still relatively healthy. I can get them in this forest. And everything else. And I want to be getting in here as best as I can. I can send all these troops home. Have 2 of these in this forest ready to go. And 2 in here guarding it, because they are going to be having a gander. Now the next step is now to shufty over here. See, look, this is now going to get stronger, but I can run in from this direction. The problem is I've got so many troops down here. It's going to take them 3 days to get down there, but I might do it anyway. Get them going. I don't need them down here now. Put them in column formation. Get out the trench. Go in column. And get down there. And then this should be good. So if you have a look at this, that shouldn't be too difficult to take. I need to take this area first. It'll deny them everything. I could probably do with a few more troops in there, actually. See, look, they're coming in again. Maybe some more Bavarians. I like the Bavarians. Let's get them all stocked up, ready to go. These troops are on the way. But they are going to be doing probing attacks. They are going to be coming, but we are also attacking them as they approach. Seems to be working. I might get another troop just sat in there. They're going to be doing many probing attacks. Get them in there. Now we've got troops there. These are on the way, and I've got more troops in this. Now what I might do is just send them... Oh, they're balloons there. Ooh, we could blow that up. Or I might even be able to do it with... Oh, they'll see it coming. We'll try and space it out. If I can find their artillery, that'll be great, but there's just so many juicy targets here. I'm going to have to blow them all up. Sugar lumps, what have we done? Let's get this going.
Positionen vorbereiten, Feuerweite, Mannschaften bereit, alle Waffen abfeuern, bereit für Bereichsfeuerweite, wir haben unsere Ziele, Feuerbefehle, Koordinaten für Feuerweite prüfen,
murder all of these people.
Feuert auf diese Stellung.
More artillery coming down on their heads. All of them are going to be firing now. Excellent. They are shooting us. Oh my Gideon. Yeah, that didn't go to plan, did it? Many of them have just been murdered. Oh no! Get them away from there for a minute. You could just go on. But we've got lads going. They're on the way, look. Their balloon is just there. If I could take that out, that'd be fantastic. Get more people in this forest. We need as many of them in there as possible. Send these home. They just got murdered. Get another one in here. And another one in here. We've got room for 4 more. I could even attempt to attack this, but I'm not too confident at that at this moment in time. Because then they can attack from the direction that I don't want them to. See, look, we can ambush them in the forest. That is what we want to do. If we could just skip across, that would be great. If I could take care of that balloon as well, that would be great. I wonder if these can murder it. If I just blow these up that little bit more, I might even be able to just run in here. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? See, look, they're sending in... Oh, somebody got murdered. There's people in there. I don't know where their artillery is. I don't really want to spend a load of stuff on blowing this up, but I'm going to have to do. You're going to blow up the truck. Well, look at it. Yeah, this is going to work. This is definitely going to work. I can get more troops in. Use more of this Bavarian infantry. And start thinking about getting all of this in. See, look, they're going to be sending loads of troops in here. I can set... Oh, that can't quite reach. If I can just get that to suppress the enemy. Oh, they're going to be goofed. This is going to be great. I need more troops in there, though, ASAP. Very quickly, I need them in. If I could just blow these up a little bit, that's going to put more pressure on them. Oh, they're not having a good day. I can help them along. As they are coming in, I want to be able to hold this position for as long as possible. And I need these troops in there to do it. Their artillery is coming down now. Oh man, there's loads of them. Oh no! Don't go that way! Men obliterated everywhere. Get out of there! Oh, that didn't quite work, did it? Right, get in the forest right quick. Go, 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 go. We can suppress anything that's in there. Stop everything from firing at you with a suppression fire. We've got troops in that forest now. Well, not forest, but the what's it be called? Why are they trying to take this back now? This is ridiculous. They've got so many troops just floating around. We've got troops over here as well, which they can just send over. I need to blow all of these up. But unfortunately, this isn't quite going the way that we wanted it to do. They're going to be losing so many men. Suppress that a little bit. They are capturing this back, but I don't want to know how much that actually cost them. I need more men again. I'm going to have to use some of these normal elites instead. They're supposed to be in the trench, but they're not. We still have control of the forest. Look at all these dead bodies here. We've got more people coming in. Just get them out of their area as quick as we can. I don't know where their artillery is, but as long as we've got control of that, it's so much better. We can blow up some of this. They're all stacked up nice. Got more troops here that I can get into here again. Murdering them all as they come in. This is working quite how I wanted it, to be honest. blow a load of these up still. Might even be able to sneak in on this direction. That is a light artillery, so I'm not that bothered about that. But what we can do is just send some troops in there. Soften this up so that they're nice and strong for when they get there. But they're really coming in over here again. They like sending the troops in there, don't they? Get these guys in there as well. Hopefully they don't send artillery in, but this is just going to be a wall of bodies. Would you look at that? We're doing alright. They're nearly all done. These aren't going to be up for very much. Still murdering them all up at the top. Almost looks like they need a helping hand, to be completely honest. Oh, see, look, now they're trying to bombard me a little bit. I need to get in this forest, really. We're going to have to get some troops down here ready for it. We've got a few, but we need a few more. Many of these kind of got through. I might just go for it. If I can just blow these up a smidge. Murder some people. Still slapping them in the face down that direction. I've got a few more here that we can keep going with this as well. More heavy artillery. Bring it on. What are they really going to do? And now they're going to start resupplying from this direction. Oh, I didn't even realise I grabbed that bit. We've still got troops down here. Probably a good idea to have one sat in this forest. I suppose it doesn't really matter, actually, at that point. We're moving forwards. I need to suppress some of this, though. They're still sending people in that direction. Try and sneak some across. Excellent, excellent. Now we have all of this. Still trying to send people up from this direction. But I can get more people in now. This is looking quite healthy. Do I have more troops here? I do. We'll send them across. They are now retreating. We're going to be capturing this point. Excellent. Now that was good. Now they're going to be sending people from this direction as well, apparently. Well, we've got hold of most of this. So they're just going to get shot. Which is good for me. Do I have troops spare down here? I do. I can send these up as well, seeing as we've got them pretty boxed in. They're going to be losing troops everywhere. Look at their pile of bodies. That just isn't very nice. I can. Oh, see, they're still trying to send people in. I'm going to have to try and send one up. Try and blow some of these up. Oh, yeah, they've got plenty of people there. That's probably not the best idea. Send them back. Send them back. Blow them up instead. Before we send in the troops. Oh, our men have just been obliterated because I wasn't paying attention. You need to go home. Yeah, this turns into a mess real quickly. Alright, that's looking quite good. We can have 2 sets of troops in here. And then all of these troops, most of them, we can now use to push against this direction again. So I better send some troops this way. I might even see if I can do it with the troops that I have here. That would be beneficial. We're not having to wait 3 days to get troops stationed over there and whatnot. Move them over, budge them up, shufty them in there. I've got this area fully under control now. This is excellent. very excellent. They're very limited on options. Stream died. No, stream's still good. Now we can see what the enemy have here. We can blow all this up. Murder these.
Alle Waffen vorbereiten, Feuerwaffen und Ziele bereit. Feuer! Seid bereit, Koordinaten für Feuerwalze prüfen. Diese Stellung. Feuerwalze einleiten.
Artillery's going down.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Warten auf Befehle.
Sending the chaps while they can't shoot. And we should have this area in the bag. They are now surrendering. I'm going to put suppressive fire down there so that they can't murder me. And here so that they can't murder them anymore either. Excellent. Keeping their heads down. Still sending artillery at us. Still haven't found theirs. But they're going in. Get these two ready. Get these two ready. And we're going to be all good. They're still trying to murder us. They must have a few batteries. We're still hitting them up in this direction. There's the artillery. See, what's going to be happening now is they're probably going to be coming from that direction. But we're getting there. We are getting there. They can't have many troops left. I'd love to know what they do have remaining, but we've pretty much conquered this entire area. If I could just get these troops in, that would be great. We've grabbed that. Do I go for the command trench now? I might do. Yeah, we will. We'll send some troops in. We've got more troops on the way. Got a good, strong position. I think they're running out of troops. To be completely honest. Let's try this again.
Granaten für leichte Sperrfeuer laden. Feuer!
Warten auf Befehle.
That doesn't reach up there. But they do still have troops in. They've still got plenty of troops in already. Well, that ain't very good, is it? Well, we can send some of these into this forest. And them as well. Some of these, they're still fairly strong, but I'm going to send them home. You get supply back. If I can just grab that command trench. Go for it again, lads. Go for it again. Send some of these home, because they're pretty done in. Get some more troops in. That would be great. And we can push in from the side there. That is our ticket in. Send them home and all. As we move from this direction, moving across, they've got no real lines of fire. Now, there are plenty of people still in here. They're probably going to be giving up soon, which is good for me. Many of these which have been battered, we could just send home. Including some of these elite troops. I think they've run out, you know. They're on the way somewhere. They're still trying to blow up what we have over here. Oh, they missed! They must be guessing. All these fresh troops coming in. Just waiting for the final battle, really. Don't want to waste any troops as best as we can, so I'm going to blow them up where I can. And if they do send more PRC, look, some of them are surrendering now. They will still have troops in there. Some of them are backing off already. We've taken the command trench. We can take care of this artillery.
Hier die Stellung. Erhalten neue Befehle.
All of the artillery, because it's just a nightmare.
Diese Stellung halten. Achtung,
Leave one in the trench itself. As we do a sweep over here, you can hear many of them still. There's still troops in there. But this artillery is not going to be having a very good day. Hopefully, if we just send troops in,
Feuerstellung einnehmen. Wir haben neue Befehle.
we should be good.
Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
Let's get these to blow this up while they're on their merry way. The enemy do not like to surrender.
Seid bereit für Feuerwalze! Bereit für Feuerbefehle! Klar machen!
Send in a few more pieces of death.
Positionen vorbei!
Oh, now they do it. Oh, excellent. We'll accept that, I think. Oh, jolly good. They have finally kicked the bucket. Nice. Sweep. Now we're going to have to tally this up again. How many people? Oh, we murdered one or two. Damn. Would you look at that? Well, I better tally that up right quick. Let's have a quick look-see. So, in the last battle, we murdered 16,000. So, if we can add another 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,000 onto that, we are talking 31,000. 15 heavy artillery, so that's 25 artillery guns, and another 10 light artillery guns. And people that our guys have been murdered, that's another 5, call it 6,000, so we are talking 13,000. Nice. Excellent. Just done the tally, everything else get mixed in. It isn't going to be very nice. Excellent. That didn't cost me much, and I got supplies from it. I'm going to call that raided, and we've actually captured the region itself, and we got more supplies from it, and everything else. Taking ground, yes. Excellent. A few troops have been stashed there from Stanley, enough to defend the place. Absolutely fantastic. For those who are watching the stream, by the way, what I am going to do is, in a moment, take a 10-15 minute break while I refresh myself. And then I'm going to be carrying on. So if you do want to stick around, do it. That'll be right good. But I'm just going to finish up this recording for this video. And then I'll do it as though I'm doing another one, because that's what's going to be happening. So, yeah, there you go. So, that area has now been murdered, blown up, and everything else. So, next turn, it's going to be the turn of the Entente to come at us. Now, they might decide to have a rejig, seeing as we've just caused a hole in their line. But they might also decide to come at us with everything that they have. Now, that is usually what ends up happening. I strongly suspect that that is what they're going to do. Probably attack us from this direction. So it might be defensive battles next turn. Let me know what you're excited for. I hope you've had a wonderful time. Do like the video if you've enjoyed yourself and you want to see more. Honestly, that helps me out more than you know. It really does, because then YouTube goes, ooh, this video's actually half decent. Other people might like it, and tries to show it to other people. If you want, there is a Discord. The link is in the description. That is right lovely. And I shall see you in the next episode. Have a jolly good one. Bye-bye. Right, for those that are watching, give me 10-15 minutes and I will be back. Welcome back to the war on the Western Front. Last episode we murdered many Frenchmen and colonial Frenchmen in Saint Menehould. We captured that region, which is a great success. Now they're probably going to come and try and murder me now, so let's have a look. Must have missed that specific setting. But it would be lovely seeing advanced trenches having a purpose and use. Yes, they stop you from getting murdered as much. Now, this is another reason why I made it so that in this, I have a little bit more supply, but they have stupid amounts of supply, meaning that they should start using some of the girthy trenches, and it also means that I can start using some of the girthy trenches, especially on the defense and things. So it should be the most interesting campaign yet. Have a look-see. Ooh, the enemy haven't actually attacked, but they have braced. So we got our income and a... Yeah. Oh, we've got more troops. Oh, lovely. 6 more. Excellent. I'm surprised they didn't actually attack me, but they also have more troops. They've got 3 there and 3 there. That's not very nice. They have troops stationed along here, but they have more in Bar-le-Duc. So what I need to do now is move my troops around so I can prepare to invade Bar-le-Duc. And then we should be good to go. So what I am going to do... All these... Oh, they've got a death stack there. That's not very nice. Just spotted this doom stack. That's not very nice, is it? Rathel now looks extremely vulnerable. I'm going to have to move my own troops around. Also, don't forget, Moist, you can research for recruiting. Yes, but you don't get many. Getting more money at the start is a little bit more important, because the sooner you do it, the better. Just need national will to not completely collapse too quickly, but we shall see. Yeah, they did fix that to a degree. They will probably win some battles and so on, but they made it so it's not absolutely butchering when you do lose. Well, when they lose one, they'll be coming back, don't you worry. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Metz. So I need all these troops in Stanay and Saint Meanhold and everything else. So really, if I move 2 Germans to Stanay from there, and all of these troops over to Metz, and all of these troops over to Metz. Then I had that one elite. Stick that German there. And then I had these troops, which I want to be in Saint Meanhold. All of them. So then now I have 6 of them, and so on and so on. That one elite, I'm gonna probably stick in Rathel, because that is a defensive one. Got 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. They've got 4 there, so that holds that back. But they've got less down here now, so I can stick some of these troops. 3 there, but I keep 2. I could stick another one of them there. I've got 2 and a 3. So that's another elite. That elite I can stick in Voutzers. And another one from Mohange out the way. Metz. So now I've got 4 there. I need a little bit more. I need more in Rathel, and I've got more troops down here, which is lovely. 2 in Rathel. Maybe another one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need another one there. And the conscript, I can put one in Metz and one in Saint Meanhold. So that's the supply problem fixed. This looks a little sketchy around here, not gonna lie. 4 there, we've got 2. I'm not going to be attacking up there anytime soon, so I can probably have an elite in Lyon. And the rest of it doesn't look too shabby. I might be able to stick another one in Lyon. Keep 2 in Noyon. We should be good. We'll have to make do with that. Rightio, troops have been moved. I've made it so that this area, which they look quite menacing at, I should be able to hold, but they're going to have double the troops if they do attack. So that's potentially going to be a mess, but I've got lots of troops here ready to go for Bar the Duke. Let's have a look at these pop-ups. British blockade. That's not very nice. 4,000 people died from starvation because of that. We've got research to look at in a minute, and their national morale has just got up. Now it wants us to capture Bar the Duke region. Well, that's what we're working on anyway, so that's good. And apparently we have an objective to research a airstrip, and then by doing so we get some German air wings. So that one they want us to get. So let's go do it, because 2 free air wings is right lovely. And that'll be lovely. Yeah, let's just do that. Having some planes in will be fantastic. Let's get it. Probably not the most oh, yeah, there we go. Probably not the most... Oh, we've done it. Logical choice, but now we have planes in. So we can stick one plane in St. Meanhold and another one in Metz. Planes have joined the fray. Excellent. Now we're going to have to wait until next turn before we go on the attack. So they're probably going to try and murder me now. Let's see what they can do. Now for those who can't wait for the next episode, just a quick word. Membership. That is right lovely. Super cheap. Just to have a look-see, and you should get access to videos around 2 weeks ahead if I can keep up, which is absolutely lovely. There's other benefits in there as well, which is right nice. And so on, including added benefits in the Discord. So let's just see if we are going to get murdered. The link to the Discord, by the way, is in the description. Oh, they're using spies! Oh, they've not attacked, but they're shifting more troops around. Interesting! Spies everywhere. Yeah, our troops don't like that very much. So now it looks like they're going to try and attack me up here instead. So they've had a quick look-see and gone, yeah, nah. Well, we can rearrange our troops later. Looks like we're going to be going on the attack again. We've got more messages. Women for peace. Several thousand women formed a demonstration asking for peace outside the German Reichstag. Similar movements were happening all over the world in nations of both Central Powers and Allied nations, that should say Entente nations. As the war moved on, however, the quest for peace was overshadowed by the fear that Germany was facing a potential threat to its survival. And then we have give them pain. Murder the enemy. Oh, that's what we're going to try and do. Right, chat, let's have a look, see what's going on. Since the Entente, spelled incorrectly, historically have international areas they can economically call on, they can use more stuff. Also, don't forget, Moist, you can use research for recruiting. Oh, I think I already looked at that one. I think you already bankrupted them. No, definitely not. We're only 2 battles in. They can't be flat broke. No, they're really not. They started with 10k. They have lost about 5 to 6k, assuming they lack income. Well, they would have got most of that back, not gonna lie. Radio, we're gonna go in. Apparently, that one has an extra troop over this one, which is not what I wanted, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go in for Metz. No, St. Meanhold first. As soon as they have that extra troop, I might need that smidge more of extra supply. Ooh, but here's a question. No, we should be good, we should be good. Oh, we've got a supply depot here anyway. Now we have access to supply depots. It might be... Oh, hang on a minute, what's this? I didn't see that before, what's that? Heavy fog. Oh, it's not in Bar the Duke, so we should be good. Let's try and murder them. Everybody in the chat, I do very much appreciate you sticking around. Do talk to me. It would be nice. I like being spoken to. Sometimes I'm not all that antisocial. The snow has gone. It's a lovely day. Wish it was like that up my end. Right. So this is a little bit of a mess. They can resupply from many areas, and there's not much cover, so this is going to be heavily artillery reliant, I strongly suspect. So I'm going to go set up my trenches. Alright, chat. How many artillery pieces do you reckon I should go for, eh? 8? 10? I've got planes. Don't know how useful the balloon is going to be in this one. This fat forest here is going to be a nightmare if I don't get this right. The only problem... Stick that in a big octagon thingy-jig. And then do our outer what's it? Like that. What we can do with that one is we'll just have people in the forest to protect that. And then down here, only artillery. Am I going to capture anything if it's only artillery? Thinking about that one, did you? We need to actually get troops in there for this. Sticker what's it in? Ooh, sugar lumps. That will just have to do. I suppose I can stick another one there, I suppose. And then there's this area, forest there, which we can occupy. I like the standard thing, it always works. However, sometimes it doesn't quite fit. Now we can stick people in that trench. Sorry, that forest. Just do something like that. That'll have to do. But I do want a forward operating artillery. Now that's the heavy. This is the light, so I could stick some right here and it would work. So if I go like that, stick some... Oh, I need a balloon as well. Balloons help, but we're not going to get the coverage, really. Unless we go somewhere like right up here, but then it's still a little bit sketch. Unless I do, say, that, and stick a balloon in it. Might be a little better. That'll do, and then maybe up here as well. I suppose it could just be a forward trench, I suppose. Don't want too much on it, though, that's the only thing. 2 balloons, one there, one there. And then, I suppose, if we've got hold of this, I'm going to want to connect them. Or am I? If this gets taken over, they're going to have to come out the trench and they will get murdered by anybody here to get over here or there. 29 artillery pieces in one company. Yeah, right. Actually, to be fair, I think I did something similar on one of my previous campaigns. That was actually quite funny. But that was more of a not capturing them, just blowing them up. Might have to fire up the portable kerosene heater tonight. Calling it for down... Yeah, it's bloody freezing here at all. -7 tonight. -7 in lemon units. The custom difficulty sliders and options will give the AI more income per turn. That's how the AI can still be in the fight. Yeah, no, they've got... I put them on maximum. It's on harder than elite right now. It's as hard as you can possibly make the game. See, this is actually quite good. This is the light artillery. 2 lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. 5, 6, 7, 8 heavies. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah. I think that'll be right lovely. And what I might do, because the enemy are probably going to... Oh, sugar lumps. Probably going to be a bit of a dick about it. Put one there like that, and then one there like that. So we've got a forward firing position from these areas. I don't really know which one I'm going to go for first. Might just have to go for A and B, and then push on command center. It's going to have to be the way I'm going to do it. Has to be. I'm going to have a few machine guns, probably. Might stick them in here. Otherwise, we're going to be a little screwed. Something like that. And stick a few men in. So we have the Bavarians again. I might stick the elites. See, the thing is, the Bavarians are nice, but you don't really get any benefit. Because there's no weather penalties, so they're really... I suppose they're just actually cheaper than the German... Oh, hang on a minute. See, I don't know if they're actually better than the elites. If they just count as regular, but without the penalties. What is wrong with this machine? What are you on about? The AI... And the AI still has done nothing. That's how the AI can still be in the fight, and the AI still done nothing. Well, they re-jiggled because we jiggled them and they got a spy on it and thought, yeah, nah. So that's why they've not attacked yet. They might have machine guns. I don't think they've actually employed them yet. I might just go for the normal elites for now, but we're going to lose a lot. Stick some defensive ones in first.
Melde mich zum Dienst.
1, 2, 3.
Verstärkung macht Meldung.
They are going to prod.
Verstärkung bereit.
And then that means currently I have 12 to attack with. So A, hold it with who survives, and then go for B, hold that with who survives, and then go for the command center on both prongs. That is going to be the plan. So send in some of the elite troopage. I might just, yeah, so that
Wir
will
sind
go on.
eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle.
What he said.
Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party. Melde
I'm going
mich
to
zum
try
Dienst.
and go
Wir haben neue
down
Befehle in
that
Stellung.
side. If we can sneak in a little bit, blow up a load of this and sneak in from this side direction, that'll be good. Let's do that. Let's begin. Put balloons down. Yeah, I did. Lovely. Maybe it's waiting for the line to stabilize. Yeah, generally. They'll come, don't you worry. Radio, the lines have been drawn. This is going to be an interesting battle. There's not much cover anywhere, and apparently they have some deeper trenches than what I would have liked, so we're going to have to go for a flanking maneuver. So what I've done is I've done the basic defensive trench work that I like to do. We've got many men quite further forward. This is where we're going to be launching the attack, and we're going to run up here and try and sneak in from the flank here, grab in here, here, and here, that and an after, and then we could actually run along and grab a load of this, and then attack B. That might be a good idea. I don't like the look of running in on this too much. Having control of these will be nice, but that's just going to be a nightmare. Now, I do have planes, and I've got lots of artillery. I've got these two forward positions where the balloons are going to be, and these are going to be defensive. If the enemy come in on the flank, I didn't think about this one. I should see them, and we should murder them. We've got cover of machine guns, so we shouldn't be able to have any sneaky ones coming in. Now, I also have the planes as well, so first things first, let's get the balloons up in the air. Look at all this artillery, that's nice. Let's have a gander. Now, they always have a bit of a look-see first of all. Balloons, oh, they're kind of spread out everywhere. They kind of got it all covered. The British are here. There's their balloon. Oh, they're just everywhere. And here we go. They're having a quick prod there and there. They're sending in some elite troops. Machine guns are already firing. That is nice. The infantry are going to be shooting at them now. Yes. And while that's happening, I'm going to get some artillery down on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's more because they've got a lot. Artillery's on the way to go blow that up. I've not used all of it. Look at that. It's being blown up. Infantry dead. This infantry is also dead, so that is their probing attack. Probably going to send more people in. That balloon is done. So they should now be blind. Now they don't have too much over here, but they are reinforcing from there, so that's not very nice. I'm going to have to figure this out. I might as well get some of these in position. How much snow? How much snow is that? Not calling for any snow, just blood for this region of the country. We've had a bit of snow here. Maybe an inch or two. Nothing major, but it's Britain. Whenever there's a bit of snow, everyone kind of has a bit of a panic attack. Not gonna lie. Get all these people lined up ready for that flanking maneuver. Wait for the artillery to do its thing. Counter battery fire now. They're trying to blow me up. It's not very nice, is it? So we're going to get all these chaps lined up, ready to charge down this section. As soon as the artillery is done, we're going to... Well, as soon as they've lined up, really, we're going to go in and murder them all. Might even set up the orders now. Get everybody in that corner as best as we can, and we can set some artillery orders on all of this. Thankfully we have the balloon, and we know that there's not more in there. Artillery's on the way, so are the men. We can blow up a load of these. Soften them up a little bit while all of these make their way down. Thankfully, because we have the balloon, we know that there's only this here. Wait for them to reload and we'll send them in. What I could even potentially do is suppress them while we're on the way. Now they are going to get murdered, but I kind of want to get on with it. Send them in. Sod it. Send them in. Berate. Let's go. Let's see if my patience is going to murder me. They're all on the way. About halfway reloaded. As soon as they start firing, I need to be able to suppress them. Oh, they're moving out. They've retreated, some of them. That's interesting. They might not see me coming yet. They're probably going to get shot in just a moment, though. Yeah, there we go. They're being fired at. Big guns are now ready again. Blow some of these up. Blow some of that up as well. Capture this zone. Ooh, artillery. This is the risk when you're doing this. Need to get them in. Light artillery is not ready yet, but they are engaged. Oh, these are going to be having a good day if I don't sort these out quickly. Suppress a bit of that, suppress a bit of this. I should probably pause it because I can't click buttons fast enough. But they are going in. That's the main thing. Get them in there. Get them in there. You need to get up here. But we're going in. We are going in. All of that is pretty well covered. They're probably going to be the troops that come and reinforce first. We have actually managed it, chaps. We've managed it. Send those troops in that trench. We've done it, eh? That's not so bad, is it? We've managed to overwhelm the area. Their artillery's over here. It would be good to start pushing from this direction to be fair, that's actually a very much a jolly good idea. Now a lot of these are pretty hammered. Send some of these home, including that one, and just get fresh troops everywhere that I can. Now we don't currently control this point. That doesn't really matter that much at this point. We're still doing pretty good. Now they are going to be trying to bring people in. They're probably going to get hammered, but it is what it is. I need to start thinking about pushing this way. I need something. See, if they keep sending men down this trench line, I can blow them up, you see. They don't really have any forward trenches. It would be fantastic if I can just grab a load of this. But I need to be able to resupply from this area. Send a lot of them home. Let's get some troops in, shall we? More elite Germans. Send them all in. More troops incoming. Holding this position, we are going to gain a bit of an advantage. Now, they are trying to murder my machine guns now, which isn't very nice. If I can soften up many of these troops, when they use them, it's going to mean they're only at half strength, so that we can actually get in there. I need some more artillery ready. Come on, chaps. I could even use air recon. Let's see what is up there. That'll be nice. Send them in there. I don't want all of them in. Don't want you in there. You get back there. We are now actually capturing this region. They're taking some of it, but they're not going to get very far. Many troops are stashed up in this direction. We've got more artillery that we can blow them up with. See how they're all at half strength? It's not doing them any favours. They're going to start shifting them along. The more I blow up with the artillery now, the better. We have actually managed to get a few troops in. I need to consolidate this. We've got troops there. I need to... Oh, sugar lumps. I'm pressing the wrong bloody button again. I need to stop them. I can't be having that. Sending troops. Now sending troops down this alleyway. If I can try and blow them up, that'll be good. I'm going to send these home right quick because they are just knackered and worn out. They're knackered and worn out. Need troops up in this area as much as possible. They're knackered and worn out. If I can send them home, I can bring more lads in. More elites in. There we go. See, look, this isn't going too badly. They're going to be losing a lot of men. I'm kind of glad I brought all this artillery now. Looks like they're all having a go. They're going for a proper counter push. They are leaving this a little bit exposed. Can I push up this way and take care of this? I don't know. I don't know. We've got troops in here. They are going to be shooting at them, but this is going to be sketchy at best. Look at them all. They're going to be desperately trying to get in here. Oh, they keep reinforcing from this sector. They might have just shifted them all that way to keep me there while they do that. But they are stuck in the open and they are getting quite heavily murdered. These need to go home. Swap them out with them. Put them in there. Oh, I've got a spare troop that I didn't even know about. Oh, see, they're doing it again. They're leaving this exposed. I'm going to try and grab that if I possibly can and just keep reinforcing this area with more troops. They're going to keep trying to come. I need to keep bombarding this because I need to try and get in there. The longer they hold me back, the longer this is going to take. Which isn't great. If I can just soften this area up, that will be fantastic. Let's keep going. These troops are now actually here, which is fantastic. Actually going to send them forward. See what we can do with it. Keep sending troops in. I'm going to put them in column formation and replace them because I need that defensive work there still. This area is looking still quite strong. We haven't really lost anybody, but we're going to lose a few. Now see, look, they're coming in now with big guns, using this opportunity to grab this area. Still need a couple of troops there. They're still sending everybody down this way. They must be losing a lot of people doing this. So we are losing men slowly, but it's not going to be enough. See, look, this is looking good. I can now send troops in there even. Now they are sending artillery at me, which isn't very nice. I can send a few troops up here. I'm going to counter the counter-attack by sending these troops in. Seems to have quietened down a smidge, not going to lie. We're doing alright. What's going on down here? They are starting to take this back. Nothing a good bit of artillery can't solve. We've still got very stubborn boots in here. They're still coming in. They're really giving it some. Send them home. Shufty them across. They are pretty much done. I need fresh troops in here as quickly as possible. Game, let me click it. There we go. Running out of elite troops now, actually. This is quite surprising. And they're coming in again. Sending more in. See, when they're on the flank, they can't do very much. These need to go home, but we have captured this area. Didn't actually think I was going to manage that, but I have. Now we can go for... Ooh, see, they're very expensive. We're going to have to go for the normal. Oh, we can resupply from here. Oh, excellent. Well, this is going to give them something to think about when we're coming at them now from two directions. That is ideal. But they're still pushing this direction. Really desperate to kick me off at least one of them. I'm going to give them as much fire support as I possibly can. Probably going to murder a few of my own men in the process, but at this point it is what it is. I need to put pressure on them coming down this way now, I think, desperately. Now they're going to try and murder me, lads. I don't know what they've got in that back trench, but they're still coming at me this direction. They are starting to break through. But I'm certainly not making it easy for them. Keep sending troops in both directions. I still need a few troops down here though to make sure that they don't quite fully get in. Up here we're looking pretty solid. But I do need to make sure that we actually get in there. If I suppress that, send them in, and just send people forward, it's probably the best way to do this at this point. I don't know what they've got. Now they are really getting angry. I can set artillery into these pieces on the approach. They're not having a good day, these lot. See, now they are conflicted. They don't know where to go. We've got men in this trench, which is very important. They can't reinforce anybody else in apart from this location. If I could just get over here. I think they've given up on this location. I'm going to have to reshuffle the pressure to this location. Oh wow, it's gone really quiet all of a sudden. That is mad. Send these across. Just send them across. Come on, chaps. Need some troops in here ASAP. And they are struggling. These need to go home, and I need to consolidate. Put some fresh troops here as best as I can. Their troop numbers are going to get dense if I carry on like this, which is good for the artillery. Losing a lot of men there because I wasn't aware that they had men existing in that point. Get some troops in there. I'm gonna have to grab some from this location as well. Gonna have to grab some more from here as well. Keep the artillery down on that. If they murder them while they're running across, it's not going to be very good. Can get some more troops in. Double stack that. Double stack that. Get everybody in up here. We're not looking too shabby. We are now shooting the enemy in their own trenches, which is great for me. But they're not going to make it very easy. I can send these across. Don't really have much. Oh, I've got troops here which I can spare somehow. I'm just gonna have to do it. Bring everybody in that I possibly can. These need to go home. Send troops in amongst their trenches as much as I possibly can here. While we can, because it won't be long before we can't. Especially if they keep coming. Now this is where we need some gas. This is the only point now where they can bring troops in. They're not going to be liking it. They need assistance. Got troops everywhere in their trenches. They are not going to be happy bunnies. Sending more people in. I think it's safe to say we don't need anybody in these back trenches anymore. Send more people forward. Artillery is going to be coming down in a minute. They're still sending people across. These need to really be retired. But at the moment, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to pull them back. Spread these across. They could do with some assistance, but they are shooting the enemy in a really vital place. Get some more troops in here. I think we're a little bit weaker on this side currently. Could do with that piece of artillery going. I'm going to set those lads on to do just that. Move these chaps forward. Move them over. Put them in there. Ooh, sugar lumps. I think we've got this in the bag, everybody. Get rid of that. Move that over. More troops are on the way. Like I said before, they can only resupply from here now. Might as well make it a little easier. For the lads that are doing the fighting. Oh, we're doing alright. I think we've got this. Now they're sending artillery at me, but there's not many artillery vessels left for them to murder me with. Move them across. Need to get them out of there. That might murder them, but at the same time it just might not. Actually, look at this. They're going to be coming in, but we've got guys shooting at them. They've all run away. Send them home. They are well and truly done. I think the AI, the enemy have been royally murdered. Destroying the last remnants. How can they still be firing artillery? They're firing artillery at me from there. Send some of these troops across. Get some of these in there. I must have misclicked because there's an extra troop there just sat there doing nothing. Now they're doing alright. Excellent, excellent. This is going good. There's nothing more that they can do. I could just capture the trench, but I'm going to lose a lot of people doing that, and to be honest, they want to keep sending people in that this. I'm not going to complain. The losses have been staggering, yeah, I reckon. And they're still sending people in. What are they doing? Send them home. They are just done. That artillery is done now as well. Excellent. Alright, they're just not going to give in, are they? I'm going to have to send people in. There's no other way for it. We've lost a few men as well, apparently. But it can't be as bad as theirs. Would you look at that? Very much not having a good day. We can send more troops in. I pressed the wrong button there. We're all good. Not bad at all. But these troops, we can just move in that little bit more. They have been murdered by the people in the command trench. I'm going to have to send a few more troops in. That was a good one, that wasn't it, chat? I still remember when the AI would surrender if so much as a leaf waved at them. Yeah, well, you can set all that in the settings there, surrender limit. Well, I think we've done it, chaps. Wonder how many people we lost in that one. Let me know, chat, what your recommendations are on how many... Well, not recommendations. How many people do you reckon we lost in this battle? I'm going to go for... 8,000. Let me know in the chat. That will be right lovely. Look at all the dead bodies everywhere. Murdered. I can speed things up now. They can't do anything. They can't bring more people in. 7,000. Anybody else? Nobody guessing? What's wrong with you all? Oh, they want to accept. Apparently they want to surrender now. No, we will continue this attack. Because we've nearly done it. We'll get more points that way. There we go. Right lovely, is that? Right lovely. That lovely. It is just that lovely. Another successful sweep. Ooh. 5, 6, 7,500 of my own men murdered. And we murdered 13, 14, 15,500 men. Excellent. Now I just need to tally this up for the total murders on the chart. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Oh, this is going to be a lot by the end of this campaign. So we are looking at 13, 14, 15 and a half. Current total is 31, so 46. I'll just round it up. 46,000. Heavy artillery, another 15. It was 25, so... Geez, 40. Not 49. 40. Light artillery, another 5, so 15. And we lost 5, 6. Call it another 7,000, so that brings it to 20,000. Man. So, totaling up the combat losses so far, we have murdered 46,000 men, destroyed 40 heavy artillery pieces, 15 light, and we have lost 20,000 men of our own. everyone who is watching the video, thank you for turning up. That'd be lovely. If you enjoyed that battle, do consider hitting that like button. They are quite difficult to do. Great victory, apparently. We've hurt their pride a little bit. Now, do we go at them again? I think we do. Let's murder them some more. Ooh, this is a different map. I've never seen this one before. This is going to be interesting. Would you look at the state of this? There's a massive no man's land in the middle. All full of sneaky forests, a little town which isn't going to exist for very long. I've never seen this one before. This is quite lovely. I can see some flanking maneuvers happening here. This is going to be a difficult one. To defend this, it's going to be difficult, but thankfully we're on the attack. What is this? Oh!
Load up.
How do we have this? Reinforced MG nest?
Keep your eyes open.
Why is it British?
Check your ammo.
What? What is going on? Or is that going to start shooting me in about 5 minutes? Oh, I don't know now. That's got me quite concerned. I'll set some trenches up. Are we going to get the Franco-Prussian War all over again? Spies, pillboxes. Oof, 4:15 in the afternoon. It's already down to 36 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, not gonna lie. You and your weird temperature gauges, I don't like it. Means nothing to me. Oh man, this is going to be a rough one. Am I going to get artillery in this? And balloons certainly aren't going to do anything. Thankfully we have planes for that. Light artillery isn't going to cut it. It's going to have to be heavy. It's going to have to be so far forward. Well, I'm going to have men in this bush big time. Now we've got that there, that'll do that. And then we've got this here. I suppose that'll do with that. And then what did I do there? Did I do that there? Something like that. We're going to need some actual defensive trench in case they get giddy and somehow manage to slip through, because that's not very nice. Is it gone? There it is. I'm going to add a little bit down here as well for the command. Ooh, sugar lumps. Command trench. Need to keep that thing going. Well, there's much more of a risk of being flanked on this one, so I'm going to have to do a bit of this so that we don't. At least we can defend against it, because the enemy can use your trenches against you, just like what we do against them, and believe me, they've done that before. And we got this. Have I done that right? Yeah, I have. There we go. Something like that. Couple of machine guns can't hurt. I really do hope that that pillbox isn't going to go and murder me. Not going to lie, that isn't going to be very nice if it does. This is going to be more of an alarm bell more than anything. Come on, there you go. One of them there, one of them there. Really, I should stick them further down. I really should. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Get rid of them. because of that forest, they will just come in and murder them, lob a load of grenades at it, and that's it, it's game over. There you go, that'll do for that. We won't have any down there. We'll be right. We've got plenty of people that we can stash in there. Heavy artillery. How are we looking? Not great. Centrally, we don't have the range. So it's going to have to be up on the sides like that. Oh, this one isn't too bad. Can't have any light artillery though. 4 there. Is it going to let me stick 4 here? It is. Going to have to do. We're probably going to use quite a lot of men on this one, which is a bit of a shame. Can I do 5? Might help. It won't help going up there though. Having people in the forest is probably going to be key to this, but I cannot really bombard that central one. That's just going to be a nightmare. We're going to have to make do. So, troop-wise, weather isn't really an issue. Not seen them use machine guns yet, which is a bit weird. Now we can stick some salt in. We're going to assault them from this direction first because we've got the cover of the trees.
Verstärkung macht Meldung.
And he needs some defensive people.
Verstärkung bereit.
2, we'll go for 3, 4, and then 5, 6.
Kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
That's actually left me with quite a few troops remaining, actually. Now, there might be an opportunity to attack this, but I don't like the look of that. I think if we push down B first, then potentially try and do some flanking maneuvers. So we're going to shove it down this side big time, I think.
Melde mich zum Dienst.
So in that case,
Verstärkung macht Meldung. Verstärkung bereit.
we'll do a bit of that.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle. Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party.
I can stick people in there. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Melde mich zum Dienst.
Oh, that's nice. Get rid of that. Stick another man in there.
Verstärkung macht Meldung.
2 down there just to...
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Well, I'll have 1 down now, actually, then. Or I'll just stick them in the forest, actually.
In Stellung gehen.
I'll shove them up here
Wir
and
haben
move
neue
forward with them.
Befehle. Bereit an der Linie.
No balloons. We'll be right. Right, this is a bit of an interesting one. So, what has happened here? This pillbox is actually
Receiving new orders.
mine, even though it's supposedly British, but it is what it is. And then we've got this middle trench here that we can operate out of, so this central structure is actually quite secure. Now we've got a few people
Warten auf Befehle. An die Linie.
darted around up here,
Bereit machen. Vorstellung
which are going to
annehmen.
protect the artillery. I've had to split it in 4s. A 4 section there and a 4 section here. This is where the main assault's going to be from. We're going to come up through the forest and attack it. You can see their defensive works. We're going to use these forests as best as we can. The heavy artillery is more focused on destruction, but it can be used to suppress as well. So we're just going to have to try our best to get in there with it. And then once we've done that, we can try and flank. But again, they've done some depth in their trenches, so that is going to be quite difficult. If we can focus on one side, it might screw them over. We're just going to have to wait and see. Now, we don't have any balloons either, so we're going to have to get some air recon in.
Kameras sind bereit.
And they're probably also going to be having a bit of a gander at the same time. So if I
Wir müssen los. Wir haben
start
neue
moving
Befehle.
some troops forwards
Warten auf Befehle. Jetzt aber im Laufschritt. Bereit machen.
down these bits of trench, well, forest,
Wir sind unterwegs.
we should
Wir haben neue Befehle.
be all right.
Bewegt euch. Wir haben neue Befehle.
It's going to be 12 companies that's there. Move these defensive ones forward. Protect the artillery. I've got artillery right there. They've got troops in this forest already. That's not very nice.
Wählt eure Ziele. Wir haben neue Befehle. Feuermänner! Wir haben neue Befehle.
Positionen vorbereiten.
Oh, they've got so many troops. They've got balloons and everything.
Koordinaten für Feuerweite prüfen.
Try and blow that up
Wir haben unsere Ziele.
as best as we can. Our balloon, not balloon, our plane is gone. They're coming in over here. They're just going to get slaughtered though. Machine guns have done a good job. They have many people in here and need to wait for the artillery to come back. Oh, but this does reach this. Their balloon is still actually operational. I need to work out just how many it takes to blow one up because it's all different. Oh no, my men are getting murdered. It's not very nice, is it? Move them out of that. They've got artillery there. That'll be light artillery. Need to move all of these men forward and just pray that we can break through this. There's their artillery. Let's pause it for a minute. There we go. Let's try and blow up a few bits of this, because this is going to be a mess if I ever saw one. More artillery coming in. Just pause it for the orders. Send some of these in here. Oh, this is going to be a right mess.
Bereit an der Linie.
Where are you going? Put you two in that one.
An die Linie. Achtung! Wir haben
You
neue
two in that
Befehle.
one.
Stellung
And then
annehmen. Wir haben neue Befehle.
I'll have you two
Bewegt
spare
euch.
just for the time being. All of these I want just moving up
Warten auf Befehle.
in that general
Die
direction.
Generäle wollen diesen Abschnitt haben.
Right, some troops half know what they're doing. I need another recon. Yeah, they're murdering me now. Send some of these troops in, get them in there. Ah, this is a problem with deep trenches. Can't quite reach them neither. This is going to be messy. Get them in there. They're not going to make that, I don't think. Artillery is still very busy. And already we've lost many people. But the artillery is now coming back online. We can blow some of this up. Need to send some of these guys home because they are finished. We need to send in the fresh troops and get them up here as soon as possible. They are done. Get them in there. They're going to be trying to reinforce this area as quickly as what they can, which doesn't help me out all too much. They've got plenty of people still floating about. Damn it, I made a goof of it again. We've got people running in. We've got more people coming. This is not looking too bad. But it's still going to be a mess. I need the artillery to reload already. They're out the trench. I can't click on them. Damn it. No, they're gone. They're gone. Now these on the right, I can blow these up with. Now these are these guns. They are firing. Notice how they can't quite reach these. I can use these for that. But the enemy are not making this very easy. Need to get in down that side. We need more troops down here as quickly as possible. Come on, chaps, move. I can't click it. There we go. I think they've all left. Get them in a wide dispersion and just get them in there. Move them across so they don't get too murdered straight away. In fact, really, I need to send them home. I need to get more troops up there. If I send all of these home now, I can bring in more troops. That is the plan. Somebody's shooting. Oh, they're up there as well. I didn't even know there was a trench there, not gonna lie. Alright, they're all coming, they're coming, they're coming. We are capturing this sector, and then we can think about attacking this on the flank. Then we're looking a lot better. A lot better. There we go, we've done it. Move them across so they don't get murdered. They clearly have a fair bit of arty. So getting these troops in now is going to be vital. They've still got troops up there. Try and blow them up a little bit more. I need rid of that. Our artillery's on the point today. Let's get some of this in, shall we? Let's go for a flank. And then get another one in here. Like that. There we go. Then we've got all of this covered. We're going to have to start trying to blow this up. Let's get another plane in. Let's have a look-see as to what is going on over here. I suppose we don't really need that troop down there anymore. We can get these in. Planes on the way. These are scout planes. Very good. And really, I need to know where to direct the artillery, because they're certainly trying to pile it on. Oh, they're coming, look, they're coming. Here we go. Oh, there's so many! Oh, wow, there's so many of them. That just isn't nice. Well, they keep lobbing shells at me. It's only right if I return the favour. Jeez, that is a lot of troops. Thankfully, we've got a few men stashed, but that just isn't very nice, is it? They're going to have to go in there and hope that they hold. No way I can go over there at this point. They're going to probably lose a lot of men trying to counteract this push that we've gained into their positions, though. Swap these around. That way the healthy troop is on the firing step and murdering the enemy. Oh, that cost them quite dearly. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Don't go that way. You get in there. You get in there. You go home. You're just done at this point. You go home. You go home. There we go. And they're coming in again. Oh, great. I'm going to keep bombarding this area here. I think that's the right thing to do. If you've got them in the trenches, it'll murder them. They're going to lose a lot of men doing this. Jeez, they're really trying to come at me now. I could do a recon plane over here. Just see what the crack is with that. I'll do another recon plane over here. They're not very happy. Get them in there, swap them out. They're going to try and bombard me again. Try to save some of these troops. Don't quite know. Oh, well, their artillery is there. Counter battery fire doesn't really work that well. So I'm not going to bother. What do they have here? Ooh, this is mostly empty. Mostly empty. They sent everything, and now they're going to be having a bit of a gander to try and refill some of it by the looks of things. But they're all coming. I just need to hold this for a little while, I think. They're doing what they did in the last one. Let's get some more elite troops in.
Melde mich zum Dienst. Achtung!
Don't really want to lose that. Try to send another one in. But they're gonna keep trying. We can probably safely assume
Wir
this
haben neue Befehle.
area is probably safe. All of this is definitely
Befehle.
safe. I can't believe we've got so many troops just sat there. We can have a dabble at this. Let's try and move them into this forest here.
Warten auf Befehle.
We're gonna try and go for another counter attack. I think that's the only thing that we can really do.
Achtung!
Now we've got a few machine guns there. Pretty confident I can hold that.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
We'll try it. Let's just try it.
Jetzt aber im Laufschritt. Wir haben
You need to
neue
go
Befehle.
home.
Zug.
Swap you out. You get in there. Need to try and keep this healthy. I'm running out of healthy troops.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten auf Befehle. Achtung!
You need to go home.
Zurück! Wir haben neue Befehle.
You need to go home. You could do with going home, but I'm not going to bother you. Could do with another scout plane over here.
Kameras sind bereit.
Because I want to know what the enemy have here at this moment in time. We've got plenty of troops just stationed here, ready to go. But I need to know if I need the artillery for that area. Now, half of these probably won't reach, so we'll go for a bit of this. They've got troops still coming in. They've probably spotted us now, because, well, they're going to spot us. Let's have a quick look-see. Alright, they're leaving it empty.
Wir haben neue Befehle.
Let's shove them in. This ain't
Warten
too
auf
bad, is it?
Befehle. Bereit an der Linie. Bereit machen. An die
Just get a
Linie.
load of troops in.
Achtung! Wir müssen diese Stellung
We got
halten.
more troops down there. We've got this one down
Wir
here.
haben neue Befehle.
That can go in
Auf
there.
der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
We're going to send them in. We're going to send them in. That scout plane has done a wonderful job in letting us know that that area is
Zurückziehen.
exposed. I can send another one here. All of them are on their merry way. But they are trying to counter-attack. Well, stop us from murdering them. I'm just going to send some small amounts of artillery, just in case. They're getting murdered. Swap them out. We're not doing too bad. We're in. That's the main thing. And they're still trying to come at me from this direction.
Bereit an der Linie.
If anything but persistent. I've ran out of the elites. I can go for the regulars.
Wir kommen wohl zu spät zur Party. Wir haben neue Befehle.
Send these guys home right quick.
Rückzug.
They're still coming. Look at all the troops they've got here still. I need to blow them all up.
Wir haben unsere Ziele für Feuerbefehle.
Can't quite reach that one. Better send it over there. This one can reach.
Diese Stellung.
But we've got a good foothold in this area. That is very nice.
Warten auf Befehle.
I have to try and get more troops down here
Melde mich zum Dienst.
as quick as I possibly can.
Bereit machen.
I'm still going to keep trying to come down here by the looks of things.
Positionen
Just bombard all of this as best as I can.
Mannschaften bereit. Alle Waffen
Because they're being so persistent.
Feuerbefehle.
Can't believe they keep throwing men at us.
Diese Stellung.
We need to capture this
Wir haben neue Befehle. In Stellung.
immediately. Send some of these in. Spread these about a bit. There's another trench all the way back down there.
Verstärkung macht Meldung. Verstärkung bereit.
This area is fairly safe. We're sending some more troops just to be sure. Send them home. Shove you up that way. Oh wow, this is going to be many murders. Many murders indeed. This is not very happy
Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
for the Allies troops.
Wir sind eingetroffen und warten
More
auf
troops
Befehle.
on the way. Going to send them into that command trench. Now, I think, to be honest, I think we're taking it. We are taking it. Excellent. Let's do another scout plane over here.
Film einlegen und auftanken.
They don't like surrendering, do they?
Warten auf Befehle.
Now we've captured that, what I can do is send some of these half-done-in ones home.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Alle Mann zurück.
And they cannot reinforce from this area anymore, which is right lovely. Our plane is on its way, you can hear that chugging away. We might even attack them from this direction. Over here, because they keep wanting to come this way. Oh, I think they're running out of lads to fight with. But we're going to keep blowing them up anyway. Just because we don't like them, and they've been lobbing high explosive shells at us all day. Sugar lumps. I'm going to get some more infantry in. We can do this now. Start getting ready. Oh, here we go. They're trying to take this part back now. These two are also done. We can send them home. Get some freshies in. But yeah, they're not having a good time of it now, are they? There's not many of them left. This is now just a case of murdering the remainder. They keep trying to blow me up with their own artillery. Supply clearly isn't an issue here. I want another plane. Coming in again, so is the plane. We can see exactly what the crack is over here. Oh, there's not so many. There's not so many. Right, in that case, let's get a couple of these stacked up. Send some of these half-done-in ones home. And get some troops in here. Let's do it. Set the troops sorted. Get them all ready to go.
Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen. Warten auf Befehle. In Stellung gehen.
Troops are on the way.
Bereit an der Linie. Achtung. Wir haben neue Befehle.
I know that they've got some troops back here, so I better blow them up a little bit. Don't have any suppressive, but we do have the heavy stuff. And they are coming in. Some of them are getting murdered. Try and send some more in, put pressure on, squeeze them out. That went well, that went well. We're gonna get some more lads in. Send them in. We're doing alright. This isn't looking too shabby at all. There's not really much left, but they are still sending their heavy artillery at me, which isn't very nice. Get those troops in there, try and bombard them that little bit more. This is the last remaining fragments of them. Not gonna lie, we've lost a few men, but it's gonna be nowhere near as many as what the enemy has. They cannot reinforce anymore. We just need to get rid of this artillery. And then that is gonna be it. How wonderful is that? Excellent. Now we will continue this attack until everything is destroyed. Excellent. And we have done it. Another sweep of gloriousness. How many people have we murdered? 11, 12, 13 and a half murdered. And we lost 6. Excellent. Just time to tally this up. Chat is quiet. And there's only 8 people in now. Let's have a look, see how many people have been murdered now. Edit message. Let's have a look. We murdered 11, 12, 13,000, so that is 59,000. Ooh, wrong button. Wrong button again. 59. Heavy artillery, we took out 6 more, so 46. Light artillery, 5 more. So that brings that up to 20, and we lost 6,000, so 26,000. Tallying up is done. So far, we've murdered 59,000, and we have managed to succumb to losses of 26,000. Not excellent, but it is what it is. That's a record low. Oh, mate, you should have seen the other campaigns I did. I nailed it. There we go. We have done it. Monumental assault. No supplies. What? This region is under our control. We are now ready for the final push. Are we? Are we really? Oh, we got 2 research points for that. I don't know that. I think that's right lovely, isn't it? Give them pain. Yeah, we did that. We murdered many of them. And Verdun is now surrounded. Those troops in there cannot actually attack. That's how the surrounding works. It doesn't show it just yet, but it will do on the next turn, which is going to be the next video. When, well, yeah, they are locked, and then these stars will go down once per turn, so in 4 or 5 months' time, this is going to be done. Those troops do not get removed. They just get deleted. And they have to pay for the cost of fixing them, and then they reappear back in Paris. Which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. But we have done a huge chunk. And look at all this now. The line is much nicer. We can move these troops around. And we can potentially start a push for Paris. Now, I would like a shorter line, which would mean we could potentially do a deeper push into Paris. Now, the easiest option might be to go from the top. Well, that means moving all that. But then again, if you go this way, you're going to move all that. So which way do you think? That would be lovely to know. But regardless, I'm going to leave that till the next episode. I very much hope that you've enjoyed yourselves. Do hit that like button if you have a second. That helps me out. And then I know you appreciate my videos, which helps me out even more, because then I will do more of them. How wonderful is that? But yes, let's leave this one here. I hope you've had a jolly good time, and I shall see you in the next video. See you later. Right, live chat. I'm actually going to call it quits. Did you enjoy this, or did you not? Châtillon-sur-Mer. Well, that one. Yeah, maybe. Problem is, when you're going deep in like this, like you're suggesting, it means that you're going to be really struggling. Because you're deep in enemy territory, you get attacked from all sides, and you get cut off, and then you think you don't. I would think cut south from Verdun. Well, Verdun's already surrounded and done, so you're thinking cut this off. Well, the thing is, you can't just chop it, because they can still get supplies from here, so you can't do the cheesy trick of just chopping it. Even chopping this, I do need to shorten the line somehow. I might go for Calais. Well, that is a lot of fighting that I could probably do somewhere else. I mean, a lot of this is 2s and 3s. And again, so is a lot of this. Maybe this area is the right way to go. Charlton's here, because then we can at least carve it, you know what I mean? Just get in this way and then just shove our way that way. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll just go straight for it. Maybe have one attack, because at the moment I've got 2 attacking stacks. We could. Eeps next. Maybe. Makes sense. I'm thinking to go for a bit more of a prolonged thing. So it'll, instead of attacking it from 2 directions at one time, removing 2 stars. In a moment I've got 2 attacking stacks, so I could attack one directly, slowly clawing my way down to Paris. And the other, we could, just to reduce the line a little bit quicker, maybe start prodding some of this. There's forts there though, that's not very nice. Not gonna lie, I'd have to come at it from the back, but... That way it would reduce it, because you're gonna need you need a lot. This is gonna get real messy. Now we've got time. We've got plenty of time. Rushing for Paris is gonna be a mistake. I just need to shorten the line, then we can condense our troops, and then hopefully I can defend against anything that they throw at me. Hopefully that's a bit of a debate. But I do hope that you've enjoyed this. I'll be doing this again at some point, time depending, and I hope to see you in that. Do set a like if you could on the live stream, then I know that you've actually enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you have a pleasant day. This is going to be MoisTea signing off. I better bloody save it, eh? YouTube, Marcus Wannis, you replace, yep. Save and quit. Lovely. It's a shame I can't have the music on, because the way I do recordings, pause and resume, it makes the music sound stupid, and that's just a little bit annoying. But yes, I shall bid you all farewell. See you all later. Have a good one. Thank you for joining.